Welcome to the first, I guess you could call it a mashup or a crossover or a invitational. Goodman Games have been incredibly kind and invited us to run a game of Mutant Crawl Classics for them on their Twitch channel. So thanks to Elena and all the gang at Goodman Games. I'm Andy Goodman, and unless the relation is like 3 generations back, I am not related to Joe. At least as far as I know. But a little intro for me. I am the host of Grizzly Peaks Radio, an actual play podcast that primarily is horror based, Cthulhu esque kind of stuff. But one of my passions and favorite games beyond Call of Cthulhu is Mutant Crawl Classics. And I got to meet the Goodman Games gang at the last GaryCon, and they were kind enough to ask me to run a game on their channel. So here I am. I will sort of we'll go round and do our introductions, and then we'll get on with playing a Fallen Star for All. I did call this Twitch stream Mutant Grizzlies. There's no Grizzlies other than me, but there's plenty of mutants. But we're actually going to be playing the module, A Fallen Star for All, written by Tim Callahan, which is a really cool little adventure. And yeah, I'll just go round the board. So next up is Daniel. I'll let him do a little intro as well. Hi, Daniel.
All right. Hey, Andy. I am Daniel Norton. I have a YouTube channel, Bandits Keep, and I'm playing Stomach Mouth, the very originally named character who has their stomach on their mouth. And that is their only mouth. No, I'm sorry. Their mouth on their stomach. I did it backwards. So there is no mouth on my face, but I do, paint like a clown mouth to make it not weird for people.
Although it terrifies me, just the
Yes,
thought of
well,
that. So
I don't believe that it's scary for people, but it probably is.
yeah, yeah. Do you want to say anything about Bandits Keep? I mean, Bandits
Oh,
Keep is what we know you
sure.
for.
Bandits Keep is my YouTube channel where I do some actual plays and also some advice, if you will. If you want to take advice from me, then you could check it out.
It's not general life advice though, is it?
And
Unfortunately.
sometimes, I
Is it?
mean,
Okay.
well, no, not really.
All
Isn't
right.
all advice general life advice?
I guess so. I guess so. Games are life.
Exactly.
And next up is Haley. Hi, Haley.
I'm Ellie Sketch. I've been playing DCC since I was 10, 9.
Is that
I've been,
legal? Is that legal?
they didn't have any laws about it at the time, so. And I'm playing Don Peyote, a shaman. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Wonderful. Okay, now I got to decide whether I'm going clockwise or no. I'll just go line by line. So Henry, hi Henry. Do you want to introduce your character and yourself,
Sure.
even?
I'm Henry. I have no particular channels to plug, so I'll get right to my character is Smash Blackrock. He is a hulking man made of black rock. He's very imaginatively named as
Very
well.
literal. He's a very
Yes.
literal kind of guy.
He gets right to the point. He makes no bones.
So he doesn't have bones. It's just rock all the way down. Is that?
No, he makes no bones.
Oh, he
Like no
makes.
bones
Yeah,
about.
I know. I
You
know.
know, he
I'm
doesn't
making a terrible joke.
waste time. He gets directly to the point. He, unlike me,
Yeah. Well, okay. And well, hi, Henry. Henry is actually one of the regular stars of Grizzly Peaks Radio, even though he didn't want to plug it. So next
No,
up,
I will plug Grizzly Peaks Radio. It's amazing. You should check it out.
there we go. There we go. And next up is Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hi. This is my first time playing with this group. My character is Artemis the Sage. He's an actual sentient sage plant. And I've got a cool picture of him here that a friend drew for me, and I can't figure out how to get it into my icon. But as soon as I do, you'll be able to see what he looks like. But he's basically a bush. He's a walking, talking bush with some heat vision and really sharp claws.
I hadn't thought about this until you just talked about it, but is he also the sage, the herb, the cooking ingredient, or is it a
No,
completely
he's a
different?
sagebrush. He's
Oh,
not
he's
a
a sage.
sage plant. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to,
Like those
I'm
things you
not
see in
good
the desert that turn into tumbleweeds when they die. So
is that
yeah, please don't
death,
eat them.
or is that another life, like part of the life?
I think it's a different plant.
It's a different
I don't
one.
know. I'm not that big on plants.
All right. Well, thank you, thank you. And next up is Jessica, who is also joining us. Hi, Jessica.
Hello. So this is also my first time playing with this group. I'm very excited to encounter all sorts of crazy phenomena with you all. And I will be playing Glau Two Daggers, who is a manimal owl anthropomorphic person, so named because in her incredible initial gear up roll, she was granted not one, but two flint daggers, which are some of the cheapest starting icons you can get. But rather than sell them or turn them in, I decided that they are family heirlooms, even though flint daggers are generally pretty fragile. And hopefully she doesn't lose them because she'll have to change her name.
That would be sad, wouldn't it? That would be sad. Well, welcome, Jessica. And if nothing you want to plug at all, no, you're just clean and
Nope,
pure.
I'm just here as myself and my not a furry owl character.
Okay, yeah, good caveat. So next up, E, would you like to introduce yourself and your character, please?
EE, she, her pronouns. I do PR and community management for a game studio called Heart Machine, best known for the games Hyperlight Drifter and Solar Ash. I also help run a couple of different indie game nonprofits in New York City, where I live. And I will be playing Blarney. I am a dinosaur. I am big and red, and sometimes I glow and sparkle.
Now, I actually always thought that Blarney was quite small, just to make it, ironic. But if you say Blarney's big, then that's cool by
I'm
me.
big for my species.
I always thought you were about
I'm
like
big where it counts.
4 feet tall, a sort of almost like stuffed toy dinosaur size. But I guess
Dare you disparage my people?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Blarney. So, yeah. Well, actually, and now that I've said that, we have actually played a few previous games with these that haven't been streamed or done anything with. But maybe at some point in the future there will be some podcasts with some of these characters in. So anyway, we're about to start, and I'm kind of excited. So I think first, for those listeners who might not know what Mutant Crawl Classics is, a little bit of just general background and context. So Mutant Crawl Classics is set in a future apocalypse where civilization has been more or less destroyed, and there's the remaining survivors, or at least the human or human-ish survivors, have regressed to a tribal primitive state where they live in small communities of maybe 100 or 200. They have no access or knowledge of technology, and have undergone all kinds of bizarre mutations, or at least a large number of them. There are people still around, pure strain humans as they're known, who are not mutated, but the majority of people that you'll come across are all kind of weird, as you probably realize from listening to some of the character descriptions. So there are Plantians, and Jason's character Artemis is. There are Manimals, and I believe only Jesse's character is a Manimal. Hi, Manimal. And then there are kind of pure strain humans. Haley's character, I think, is the only pure strain human, really, feeling a bit left out there. No special powers, although they do get to hang out with artificial intelligences, as Haley will probably divulge at some point, who her sort of robot overlord is. And then, of course, there's the glorious mutants. So Daniel, Henry, they all have mutant characters, and they can appear in all kinds of weird shapes and sizes, as you probably realize. Mouths in stomachs, made out of granite, or dinosaurs are just a few of the ridiculous things that people can appear as. Swarms of things is something that I always wish we would get, but we don't have a swarm of things. Maybe that'll happen at some point, because you can continue to mutate in this weird world because everything is suffused in radiation, or at least lots of things are. The basic premise is that your tribe has I suppose, an ongoing need and desire to retrieve and use the artifacts of the ancients. These are pieces of technology that have been uncovered from underneath the smoking ruins of the ancient cities, and young tribes people go on a sort of vision quest, and when they're young, to a rite of passage to recover an artifact, and that gains them prestige and power within the clan, and then they become seekers, and that's when they hit first level effectively within the game. So all of the characters are first level seekers, which means it's kind of now their job, whether they like it or not, to go into the radioactive waste and find new stuff. And that's where we will start today's adventure. Fallen Star for all. So gang, you ready? Ready to see what the wasteland has for you? Good. So, after the star fell from the sky 3 days ago, the elders of your tribe spoke of prophecies and good fortune, praising the gods that had protected your people from the devastation to the northeast. The smoke still looms at the edge of crater country, hanging to the side of the rising sun like a scar on the face of the sky, when the clan elders summon you to the sacred hut of memory. Surrounded by fragile walls built from thin sheepskin, marked with symbols you cannot understand, the chief elder speaks. Trevgar has returned at dawn with news of the fallen star, the chief elder says, pointing to your bandaged but still bleeding tribesman. That's Trevgar. The fires to the north dance no more, but the smoke points to where the star has landed. And then Trevgar kind of hauls himself to his feet. He's pretty badly injured, it looks like. And he yells out, "It has crushed the earth!" He shouts. His blue eyes are speckled with a weird red kind of light. Creatures move within. The chief elder goes over and he says, There, Trevgar, it is okay. Sit. And he kind of gently lowers him to the ground, and he turns to you and he says, This brave hunter has seen a city of the ancients revealed. As seekers of our tribe, you know what you must do. I don't know why I'm going all Yoda, but anyway, the chief elder pauses and moves to you, placing his hands atop each of your heads before moving to the next. You know what's coming. Return with artifacts of power. Seekers from other tribes rush to this fallen star to steal what should belong to us. You must leave immediately. Bring pride to the clan. And he beats his chest rather feebly because he's old. So, obedient.
Yeah. So Stomach Mouth says, we shall return with the artifacts. And then looks around.
Let's go.
Or die in the attempt, adds the elder. But that's always the caveat, or die in the attempt. You know, that's always the deal.
Well, we're gonna try not to do that this time.
Good, he says. So, yeah. So, Trev, as you're sort of, I guess, gathering yourselves, Trevgar sort of staggers over to you, and he says, "You must be careful, though. There are strange things in that hole in the ground that was made by the fallen star."
Kind of strange things, I say.
Well, you know, the usual stuff, things with extra legs and extra eye. No, but this one, I saw an antlered horse. I was following it, you see, in the jungle. I I came through, and there it was, this big black hole in the ground, smoke rising up from it.
Well, is it not usual for holes in the ground to have holes in them?
Um,
We're looking for something unusual here, Travgar.
oh, yes, there was jets of molten fire coming up from the ground. Is that enough? Is that enough?
That sounds good. I like it. Okay.
No.
Is that unusual? Important
Well,
question.
well, I've never seen that before. You may have. I've never seen it. But what I did see might interest you, and I would give you a warning. I saw white-furred, bestial men with small feet. They had very small feet, you see. 2, but small. And ferocious teeth. Sharp, nasty teeth. And 2 of them came up the side of the crater. And they were being led by a small pack of rats. The rats came first. And then these white furry. I couldn't tell who was in charge exactly. I think the rats were in charge. Anyway.
What were the feet like on the rats? Large or small?
A regular size.
Hmm.
I don't think we should be
Okay.
worried because just 2 pairs of feet is not that many, just by average. And teeth just in their mouths, not even in their stomach. We've seen it.
Well, anyway.
I agree. And you know what they say about those with small feet? They move slowly.
Yes, small hands, small shoes, usually.
Hmm.
But no, I saw them digging on the crater's edge, pulling up small artifacts from a passageway that they had uncovered. Oh, anyway, I lost track of time, and then night fell. And as I got closer to try and maybe grab some of these precious things, I was grabbed from behind, attacked by a spear-wielding beast thing. I tore through this tangle of vines and managed to get a faint light of the great sky up. And he points up to the encircling band of brilliant stars that seem to always be overhead.
The beast thing that grabbed you, it had vines coming out of it?
No. There were the vines. I managed to tear my way through. No, the beast thing was the furry
I see.
white thing.
Small feet.
With small feet, big
Yes.
teeth, and rats.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah.
good luck.
In
Good
that
luck.
combination, that is a bit strange.
I
Each of those
just,
things independently, not so much.
I know. No, I'm telling it to you. It doesn't sound as strange. I mean, you're much stranger than anything I just described, stomach mouth. But I'm used to you. I see you every day.
It's true. It's true.
Anyway, good luck. Don't die. And then he staggers out of the hut and leaves you to your journey. It's about 10 miles to the northeast. So,
We have like some kind of transportation.
no, yeah, you do. You got feet. You got 2 good feet. Well, you actually, in your
Well,
case, you don't.
One of my feet is facing the wrong way, so
Yes.
I'm a little slow, but I'm more than willing to be somewhere in the middle of the group as we head out there.
Okay, more than willing. I guess we should probably establish what the default marching order is. So, Stomach Mouth has already volunteered to go in the middle.
Bravely.
You want to
Bravely.
ride on my shoulders so you don't slow us down?
Yes, I would love that. That would be epic.
Mm.
Don't drool on my head.
I'll try not
Can
to.
we have some sort of cart or sledge contraption? Because Plantians only have 20 base movement, so I'm afraid that Artemis will be lagging behind a little bit. Unless he dies, turns into a tumbleweed, and then can, swiftly be blown by the wind.
Yeah, I don't
Sure.
actually have feet.
You don't have feet. Yeah, but you got agile roots, let's say.
Yeah,
But
but I'm still slower. than
yeah, it's
everyone
still
else.
slower. Yeah, I mean, you're a plant, so everything moves a bit
Mhm.
in the plant world. Let's say you've got a couple of just carts, like wheeled, simple wooden carts. So someone would have to pull them. If the slower people want to sit in the back and just get a free ride, of course.
I was going to ride on Smash's shoulders.
All right. Well,
Is that still an option?
yeah,
I
that's
ask?
an option. That's an option. But if Artemis wants to sit on a cart and be pulled by Glout, that's
Um,
perfectly fine.
I did not volunteer as puller. I just suggested it in case one of someone else
Uh,
would like to pull.
It's totally up to you, but it's only 10 miles. It's a few
Oh,
hours walk.
that's a
So,
walk in the park.
you know, why don't we say you set off on foot with, of course, Stomach Mouth on Smash Blackrock's back. So
And because my eyes are on my head, though, I can see really far. Like, they're not on my stomach.
yeah,
Only
because
my
now
mouth is on my stomach.
you're elevated.
Taller.
But
That's right.
okay, so the icon I got of you was the classic sort of mythological 18th century anthropophagus thing, and they had eyes in their stomach as well. So you know,
Right.
I
Yeah.
guess
He
you're
still has a normal head. It just doesn't have a
It
mouth
doesn't.
on it.
It doesn't fit
okay.
with
All
my
right,
vision. Yeah, my
all
vision
right.
here is. Yeah, I mean, if you want, I can have two sets of eyes if you want, but that's
No, I don't want you to have two
maybe I
sets of
draw
eyes.
eyes on my chest just so it makes more sense.
Yeah, because it would look and a nose.
Okay, it makes sense. That's what it looks like. So I have eyes, drawn where you think
Yeah.
they'd be on my chest. Yeah,
And then your
Tattoos.
head is just eyes
Yeah.
and a nose, but you need to
And
wear
then
some kind of covering there so it doesn't freak people out. Some kind of
well,
hat.
that's clown mouth.
Clown. Okay, got it.
Because you
Yeah.
wouldn't want to look weird.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's
not.
really what would set it over the edge. If there weren't eyes, then we'd have problems.
So I guess 10 miles is really is only 2 hours. Well, 3. Let's say it's 3 hours walk across the fractured and desolate waste to the northeast. And you make your way through the jungle that Trevgar had struggled his way back through, and yeah, you rock up at the edge of this crater. You can actually see the smoke rising gently through the air above the tree line, and you get to the shattered ridge of the crater. It looms ahead of you through the burned stumps and charred branches of the jungle's edge. This is obviously where the star must have fallen and burnt everything around and left this huge cavity in the earth. Two connected blackened huts stand between you and the crater. Maybe there was a tribe that sadly lived here at some point and was utterly destroyed. But yeah, these blackened and charred huts stand between you and the crater. Lava spouts splash to your left and right. You can hear high-pitched humming and sounds ahead. A blood-colored mist hovers above the ground. And I will reveal some of the map just so you can see. So yeah, they're those two huts. A2 and A3. I will also show you a little. No, I won't show you that. Yeah. So between you and the huts and beyond, you can see the ridge of the crater, some way beyond these huts. Yeah, there's this humming, strange, high-pitched humming sound, and it seems to be coming from this blood-colored mist standing between you and the crater. Yes, there are flame jets either side of you. So it looks like the only way to get to the crater would be to go through this red humming mist.
I'm going to
So-
suggest that we go into the huts for two reasons. If there was food in there, it might be cooked and delicious. And the second reason is they might have a basement that leads through.
The
you're
mist
gonna,
is between us and the huts.
yes, yeah, you're gonna have to go through the mist to even get to the hut. Yes.
Aha.
How wide is the amount of mist? Like if someone were to have someone on their shoulders and maybe chuck them, could they land free of the mist?
No, it's too high for that, but it looks like it only It's probably only about 60 or 70 feet across. You could probably run across it in a couple of rounds. You could walk through it in 4 rounds. It would take you 4 rounds to walk through it. Probably 2 rounds to run through it. But it is very thick, and it looks like there's very rough terrain, and the mist is quite obscuring. So it might be a bit risky to run through it. But of course, it is also quite bizarre and red and making this weird high pitched noise. So maybe that's a bit
That is a bit
disconcerting
disconcerting.
as well.
I do have some heat sensing ability, some heat vision. Can I see any detail through the mist, or is it obscuring that
Hmm.
as well?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you make mutation check roll?
Okay.
I'm assuming you won't want to burn any do any glow burn for this.
Oops, I don't have the chat open, so I can't see what I'm doing.
Meanwhile, while he's checking that,
There we
what
go.
about the rest? Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, here. No glow burn.
And no modifiers.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh dear.
Ah,
Oh
okay, no.
dear. That's really bad. You've just lost. Well, okay. Do you want to burn some
Mhm.
luck? Because you rolled a 10, which modifies to an 11.
Yeah, so I need to burn like 1 luck.
You would need to burn 1. It means it wouldn't work, but at least you wouldn't lose it.
Right. Okay, I'll do
Um,
that.
okay. Oh, well, the other alternative is oh, actually, no, it does work. It does work, but only up to 20 feet. So it would only detect like the first 20 feet of the mist. Um, so I assume you're going to burn 1 luck, the power.
Yeah, I'll burn 1 luck. And since I'm a plantient, I get 2, plus
Yeah,
2 out of that.
so okay, so here's
Okay.
the deal then. Yeah, that would still be the same result. If you burnt 2, though, it would increase the potency of it. It's up
Oh,
to you.
yeah. Yeah, sure, let's do that. We'll
Okay,
burn 2.
so you burn 2, which makes that into a 15.
Mhm.
And you kind of, I guess you you don't have a hand or a head, but you put whatever the equivalent would be for a sagebrush, and you send your sensors out. Maybe it's spores or something that give you this extrasensory perception. And what you realize is that there are 2 creatures in the huts beyond. Actually, no, there's 3 creatures. You can't quite, but they're right at the edge of your perception. You can't actually make out what they are, but there's 3 creatures. But you also get the sense that this red mist, there's something living about
Mm. That makes me want to go in it much less.
it.
Is there anywhere the red mist ends on the sides where we could like go around through the woods, like to the
Uh,
left?
it does. It ends at these gigantic flame jets that will
Okay.
incinerate you.
Hmm.
Well, if the
Oh,
red mists look alive, then maybe I can eat it.
maybe you
Yeah.
can.
I would like to take a handful of it.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
So you're just going to go up to the edge of it and just scoop some.
Scoop some.
Okay.
Obviously, if it burns my claws, I will not eat it.
Okay. No, actually, so you put your hand in it and or your paw. What do dinosaurs have? Paws?
Claws. Claw.
Claws? No, but that's but the thing is the paw, I guess, isn't it? Is
I
it?
don't know. I
I mean,
use
the claws.
my
I don't
tiny little
know.
dino hands.
Dino hands, that's it. So you use your tiny little dino hands, and you have to get a bit closer because obviously you don't have a lot of reach being a dinosaur, and you as you pull it out, the red mist seems to sort of just wrap around your hand, envelop it, and before you can do anything, it just kind of dissipates and kind of sinks into your hand, almost as if it's being absorbed, and you feel this sort of tingling feeling. But
Oh, I ate
nothing.
it.
Ooh,
I
and
mean,
you're red, right?
Yeah. I mean, it went into you, but you couldn't get it to your mouth quickly enough because it just kind of went into your skin.
Yeah, I
I
ate it
bet
that
you-
way.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, I bet you if you stick your face in, you could eat some the normal way. Maybe you should try that. And
Use
Yeah,
your
okay.
tongue.
I'll lick it now. I'll extend my ample neck and try to chomp and lick it.
Okay, so you stick your head forward and open your dino mouth
Yeah.
and try and it's like I guess trying to bite fog really, or candy floss. No, what do you call it? Not candy floss. What do you call
Cotton
it?
candy?
Cotton candy.
Cotton
That's it.
candy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, and you're gonna have to make a fortitude roll.
All right. This was not unexpected.
This is save versus deliciousness, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, you swallow it and you feel this kind of intense tingling, and it's not unpleasant.
Huh, that was pretty pleasant, and I'm fine. I think this is safe.
well, it's got Blarney's seal of approval. Let's do it. I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead. I will stride forward
Wait,
directly into the.
wait. You haven't known Blarney that long.
That's right.
We've
gonna-
known Blarney
I'm
our
gonna-
entire lives.
Molecular disrupt.
Blarney has never
Oh,
led me wrong
that's
in
right.
the past.
I
I could
forgot.
not see how this could change.
In a former life, I've known how Blarney operates.
I will take
Right.
a little bit of cloth and like almost wrap it around like my nose and mouth, so I'm not like inhaling whatever
Okay.
this is.
Interesting.
But other than that, I think flame jets or the smoke. You guys make the call at this point. Seems pretty clear to me what we have to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question is to get through it to the huts beyond. You can either run or you can just walk slowly and take it carefully. What do you want to do?
It
I will
conceals
run.
rough terrain,
Run.
right?
It is rough
Mhm.
terrain, yeah.
Hmm.
So, Jesse, Glau. Is it Glau or Glaux?
Glow.
Glau. Glau is running. Blarney, sorry, not Barney. Sorry, copyright infringement. Blarney is. Are you running or walking?
No, I'm stride of priding it.
Okay.
Did it?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So who's gonna run and who's gonna walk?
How about a speed walk? You know, like if you really put your elbows into
A
it.
speed walk, like
Is that,
Olympic, Olympic walking. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So Don
Yes, I'm with-
Peyote
Yeah,
is
really pump
speed
the
walking.
arms.
Okay, pumping the arms. Stomach mouth on the back. I assume you've got off Blackrock.
No, I was going to ride Blackrock through it if I can, unless he's got a problem with that. I am going to take my pants still and like pull them up, to cover my mouth,
Okay.
so
All right.
that I won't breathe in as much.
Okay.
Like high waisted. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Blackrock, are you running? No, you can't run with stomach mouth on your back. That would be impossible. You can walk though. And Artemis.
I guess I'm walking as well, as fast as my my little roots will let me.
Okay, so those of you that are walking, so that's pretty much all of you except for Glau, sorry. You need to make 4 fortitude rolls.
Does that include those of us speed walking?
Speed walkers can roll 3 times for their speed
Alright,
walking.
worth it.
Do I get any kind of a modifier because of my pants being pulled up around my mouth?
No, you don't.
Oh.
And the reason why is it's not like you're breathing this stuff in. It's actually going in through your skin.
Oh.
So Blarney rolled
Fortitude.
1,
Okay, here we
2.
go. 1.
Blarney failed 3 times.
Oof.
Blarney. So Blarney, you take 3 hit points of damage. As you realize that tingle has turned into an incredibly, like, it's almost like electricity passing through your body now that you're taking so much of this stuff.
Ooh.
It doesn't feel like it's like messing you up. I was about to swear and I didn't. See, I can control it. It's not like it's messing you up, but it's just too much. It's like you're taking too much of this stuff in. So Blarney takes 3. So basically, however many times you failed, 4 or 3 or 2 that you roll, and you need to roll 10 or above to succeed. So if you roll below a 10, that's a fail, and you take 1 hit point of damage.
I failed once.
And I actually need to take a record of this. So Blarney failed 3 times. Stomach Mouth failed once. How much did Don Peyote?
Just 1.
Just 1. Artemis.
Looks like 1.
Okay, 1. And Smash. And Glow. How many?
How many times am I rolling? Seeing as I was running, I don't think you
Twice.
said.
Twice.
Okay. Let me go ahead.
But you've got a little extra something that you need to do once you've done that because you were running.
I believe that's 1 failure.
Okay, 1. So you need to make a reflex save to see whether you stumble.
Ooh.
I do.
Ooh.
Do you want to spend any luck on that? Because you're about to like go head first into a rock.
Let me check my luck. I would need to spend 2 luck, I believe.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea because you'd have probably taken more damage than anyone else. However,
just from biting it.
yeah. Okay, so you managed to just about keep your feet as you're charging through this red mist.
Ha!
And Smash, how many times did you fail?
3.
3? Oh boy. Right. Okay, so you take 3 hit points of damage. So when you come out the other side, as I said, it was almost like an overload. Blarney, you already sensation. This was too much. And you feel like your skin is tingling, like you've been sitting in the sun for a long time. And you feel this kind of churning sensation inside your stomach, and your blood is starting to pulse in your veins. And perhaps when you look at each other to see maybe what the physical effects of that was, because it certainly feels intense, you realize that all of you now have these tiny little red flecks, exactly the same color as the mist, just swimming around in your eyes.
Well, that seems like a later problem more than a right now problem, right?
I agree.
We got other things to do.
It goes with my whole aesthetic anyway.
It does. Yeah, that is definitely a later problem. But the problem right now is that now that you've come through, you can actually see what's going on ahead of you. And these 2 blackened stone huts are they're sort of clad. They're clad in this blackened stone, like it's some kind of covering, and it's black and broken up into pieces. They're both connected to each other, and they're mushroom shaped, which is a bit odd. Clanging sounds emerge from a round opening in the closest, and then suddenly a small feline figure leaps from behind the hut onto a charred branch, and a flashing image appears in all of your heads. I mean, maybe you only think it's you, but everyone's experiencing this. A flashing image appears in your head of a gaping maw with jagged teeth opening to devour you whole. And I will show you what that looks like. Maybe we can share that image on the stream. It's the hut with cats. There we go. That's what you see. And
that's scary.
yeah. So and looking at it, you realize that this mouth that you're seeing projected in your head, this huge gaping mouth, is actually the mouth of the cat. It's got the same coloration and stippling. But everyone has to make a willpower seeing that. Oh wow, there's some really...
Apparently, I'm not as used to waking nightmares as I thought I was.
No, that's a really some bad roll. Oh well, everyone else is cool, it seems, so far.
It's just because I'm so in touch with everything as a shaman.
I think that's it. I think that is
Oh
it.
no.
Oh no, and smash. I don't know. Maybe it's the mouth thing going on here, but
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, woof. So smash and Don Quixote, you both immediately become disorientated by this open growling mouth. Now the rest of you are able to react to this strange cat. So is there anything you want to do?
I failed with a 14.
No,
No, I
no,
failed.
only smash. Oh, sorry, only stomach mouth.
Okay. you
Sorry, I
flipped the
meant
names.
stomach mouth.
Yeah.
Only stomach mouth and Don Quixote failed. So the rest of you are able to act as this. It's actually it's about a house cat sized, although I guess in future apocalypse you wouldn't really know what a house cat is. But it is house cat sized with black spots on orange fur. It's like some kind of margay or wildcat of small proportions. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I would like to attack the cat because I feel like it just attacked us.
Okay, fair enough. So so Glout, you can leap forward. I guess.
With my mind, I would like to attack the cat.
Oh, okay. You want to attack it with your mind. What do you want to do to it?
I would like to use my mutation, which is Mental Blast, which manifests as a piercing white noise whine emanating from the bones in my skull.
Hey, so I'll tell you what. Why don't we roll? So for those of you that aren't
That is, unless anyone sees me kind of gearing up, doing that thing I do where I put my fingers on my forehead and they say, Glau, wait, no, don't do that thing.
yeah, well, I tell you what. Before we do that, why doesn't everyone roll? Those that are incapacitated, so that's pretty much all of you. Why don't you all roll initiative? Now, you're gonna have to click on your token, and before you roll, because I've got actually no, I need to add some of you to the add turns. So Artemis is there. Who is missing? Glau. Okay. Right. So you need to click on your icon and then hit the initiative button. Oh, Blarney. Blarney is quick. Stomach mouth isn't going to get to go, so just do that. So if you click on your icon and then hit the initiative button. Well, good news is that Glau, although with hostile intent, is actually the slowest. And so you all see Glau about to do her thing, which you know is probably going to be quite vicious and hostile towards this little cat that just seems to be scared, perhaps more than anything. Blarney, what you can act first.
Looks scared, you said?
Yeah, it looks a little bit kind of, well, it's a wild animal and it only appeared. It's probably trying to defend itself in some way.
All right, I'm gonna go scat. Scat. Roar.
So you're trying to
Intimidate.
you're trying to intimidate it. All right,
Correct.
cool. I tell you what, then, Blarney, I would say this would be a willpower roll.
Okay. Like a
So
saving throw?
no, not a saving throw. Well, maybe yeah, it is a saving
Personality?
throw. It is a saving throw, isn't it? Oh, it's personality. Yeah, that's. Why don't you just roll a personality
Am I
roll?
trained in this?
I don't know, but you can roll it
I don't
anyway.
think I'm trained. No.
Oh, that's
No.
terrible. That's
That was
terrible.
bad.
I think you just rolled a D10 though. That's weird. No, because it's untrained. Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
I tell you what, roll a trained one because you're a dinosaur. You are scary. Look at that.
Scary.
That's better.
Fear me, cat.
Fear me. I will just roll a straight d20 for it. Yeah. So it sort of slinks back and goes and hides behind the charred tree and just kind of it's just cowering there. Smash. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go try to pick it up and give it Scritches.
So this hulking ebony golem starts stomping over. Okay, well, let's see.
I'm gonna try to make friends. Maybe if I have some food, I'm gonna try to like give it a treat.
Okay, yeah, you've obviously got some food with you, so you reach into your pack and maybe some fruit or something. Although cats don't like fruit, do they?
Dried
Maybe some
meat?
dried meat. Dried meat, yes, much better. So you pull out some dried roxen meat, which is the cattle that you keep in your village. And yeah, I'll let you personality, but I'll give you a +2 situational bonus
Okay.
for the
I
for
feel like
the
it should be trained because
yeah,
Smash is a cat person.
sure.
Eesh.
Okay. Well, you get +2. You get +2, so
Okay.
that's 17. That's 17. And oh no, but it does not like that at all. Maybe it takes a sniff at your meat and then it just shrinks further back. Artemis, what are you gonna try and do?
Um, I'll try to approach the cat slowly and see if I can kind of coax it out from behind the hut that it's hiding behind.
Okay, I'll
Try
say at
to
this. Yeah, go on.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think at this point, given that you've already who was it? Smash already made a sort of friendly gesture towards it.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Which
If
was
only you were made.
rejected.
If only you were made from catnip. That if that yeah that he's already made a friendly gesture that he didn't like. Maybe it's starting to
Okay.
reassess whether it's hostile or not. So I'll give you a bonus as well of +2, so you can make a personality roll with +2.
Sure.
Oh,
Oops. Didn't mean
okay.
to
Well,
roll
that's
twice.
that's a 12. That's a 12.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Uh,
No, no, I rolled a 19. So it absolutely. So at this point, it just kind of starts scampering away. Now, finally, Glau, you still want to blast this thing? I mean, you're very welcome to if you want. That would be a very tragic end for it,
Um,
but yeah.
I think that now that I've seen that it seems to be a fairly harmless creature, I am instead going to ask Smash Blackrock if he's planning on eating that meat that he brought out or if I can have it. So I'm no longer interested in the cat
Okay,
because there's food.
there's food. All right. Okay. Oh dear, the thought of eating this poor Margay. But
mm,
yeah, he sort of scampers off back behind the huts where he came from. Maybe you can catch up with him later. But yeah, you still hear this kind of clanking sound from inside the hut. And in fact, at this point, you see this um you see this person skulking around the huts. He's coming around the other side from the side that the cat went, and he seems to be looking for it because he's kind of poking. He's got a spear or something, and he's poking it around in the bushes. looking down and grunting. And he's this brown-furred, hunched mutant with very long arms and a massive, gnarly toothed mouth, and he's slavering. And when he comes round to the front, he suddenly sees you, and he just stands there looking at you. At this point, I would say Don Peyote and Stomach Mouth have regained their sense. So the six of you are standing there, looking at this rather unfriendly-looking brown-furred mutant, kind of hunched over, maybe about he's probably about 30 or 40 feet away from you, and he's just standing there holding his spear, not really, seemingly not having decided what he's going to do.
Do I recognize him as Captain Caveman?
He has definitely got that vibe. He's definitely got that vibe.
Then I assume he's friendly, and I will say to the rest of the group, he looks friendly.
Yeah.
Does the metallic pounding that we hear, does it sound like something we've heard before, like someone forging a weapon, or is it something like mechanical in nature that we wouldn't necessarily recognize?
It sounds like someone just banging some metal things together inside the hut.
Like a toddler with some pots and pans?
It could be.
I'm going to assume that's what it is, and it's no danger whatsoever.
Yes. So, unless anyone wants to take an action, this brown-furred mutant just starts edging towards the entrance to one of the huts.
I think that's my cue to be like, "Hey, hi, nice to meet you. We're from the clan of Cog, little 10-mile jaunt the other way. We heard your village was in a little bit of trouble, so we thought we'd come lend a hand."
And he looks up with this very suspicious look, which wouldn't be unusual because, after all, he's kind of suddenly faced with six strangers carrying weapons. And he says, "It's okay. We don't need any help. We're fine. You can go. It's all right." Excuse me.
Looked like you were looking for a cat that we saw, so maybe we could help you find that and just hang around for a bit until you find him.
It's all right. Kitty just likes to wander.
It's dangerous out here. I wouldn't leave him alone out here. Why don't we come in, help you guys out for a little bit? We've got some food, and we'll make sure everything's cool here before we go.
No. It's fine. It's fine. And then a voice from inside says, "It's okay, Clem. You can invite your friends in."
See? Thank you so much. Why don't we all come inside and have a little bit of food, chit chat, catch up. I'm sure it's been a while since you met some new people. Or things, whatever we are.
Well, everyone's a person of some kind. So rather reluctantly, he sort of backs into the hut, letting you follow in if you wish.
I think
And
now's when I'll pause and turn around and assess how the group feels about actually going in there.
Sounds good to me.
I'm for it. Yeah.
I give thumbs up.
I am curious about what's in the other hut, but I will go along. But if I can peek in, like as we mosey towards there, just like kind of do a little lean and peer, then I will.
It's gonna hang
Yeah.
back and hang out
Okay.
outside the just like right outside the hut.
All right.
I'll dismount then.
Have you been on his back the whole time? You don't even get off.
Well,
It's our default moshing order.
right.
I mean, if that's the case, then combat's going to be fun. But sure, sure. So peeking into the hut, Glau. You see that actually the two huts are interconnected. So once you go into one, you'll actually see you'll be effectively inside both. It's just they have an interconnecting passage between them, even though it doesn't look like that in the picture. And yeah, they're a bit of a wreck inside when you go in. And those of you that do go in, you obviously see this Klim character, this brown-furred, hunched-over guy, and his companion is another humanoid, and he's wearing blue feathered. I mean, he is blue feathered. He's got blue feathers, and he's wearing crude leather armor. And he looks up when you come in, and he seems. It's quite clear that they're scavenging. You know a couple of scavengers when you see them, but he seems to. He sort of maybe pushes aside something with his foot when you come in. Says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to our home."
How are their eyeballs? Do they look all like they've been smoking something like we do?
Oh, good question.
You're gonna have to get a bit closer to see.
I will get closer to see.
So you're gonna go right up to.
Yep.
You're gonna do a Larry David curb your. Getting real close.
I meanwhile will fluff my own feathers a little bit and admiringly, because he's
Oh.
got these attractive blue feathers, say, "Hello, what is your name?"
Oh, my name is friend.
It's an interesting name, friend.
I believe it was for a friend.
Friend. Yes, friend. And then the brown furred one says, "I thought your name was Forager." And then he looks. The blue feathered one slightly blushes underneath the blue feathers. He says, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a bit confused today." I've only just got over a cold, by the way, so I better stop doing these low, gruff accents. Excuse me. He says, "Yeah, I must have been a bit confused today. Yeah, my name's Sorry. Yeah, welcome to my home." He says, kind of pushing another metallic object behind him with his foot. And as you get closer, stomach mouth, you see that yes, their eyes are also flecked with red stuff.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, so when did Sue and Frank move out?
And they look confused for a minute.
Mm-hmm. My stomach's down, my mouth's down here. I say when I see they're confused.
Yeah. Look down here, not up here.
That's right.
You're like, yeah. You're the diametric
Shouldn't
opposite.
they look at your eyes?
Well,
That's
I
true.
think they looked confused because they were,
They're like,
well, now plus I have the eyes down on my,
yeah.
Right. They try to read your lip. Yeah, that would be weird.
And Klim says, "We didn't kill him."
Oh, well, that's good.
I would hope not.
I mean, they were very nice.
And Forager says, "We never saw no one. We just no. I know. I said that but we didn't live here. No. We just came. We're like you. We're like you. I can see what you lot are like. Just we're trying to make our way. We can work together maybe."
I would like to walk over and go to what he's working on. Be like, "What you working on here?" And just kind of grab whatever he was kicking at out from under him. Like, what?
Oh no, that's just rub. That's just junk. That's junk. Don't worry about that. Just junk.
I'm gonna worry about it though. I wouldn't want you to trip and fall. That'd be a little embarrassing in front of some new friends over here. And I'm gonna point to Glau. It's a little embarrassing. I wouldn't want
I'm
that.
I will ask if have you seen any small men with white feet accompanied by rats?
Oh, to be honest, we just got here. We haven't seen anything at all. Just thought get through that red stuff. That felt weird, didn't it? Didn't it make you feel weird when you went through stuff?
Yeah, it was kind of tingly.
Clem says, I liked it.
You and Blarney should talk. I think you guys would get along pretty well.
Roger goes, look, I don't know, I got this, and he kind of pokes it with his foot, and you see that there's this metal, shiny metal sort of box that he was trying to keep hidden from you that looks interesting, and there's a couple of other interesting objects on the table behind him.
As a shaman, I'll go be like, oh, I know a few things about some stuff and things. I'm gonna take a look and see if I can do an artifact check.
And he goes, whoa, look, I'm together, but this is our find. I mean,
Absolutely,
share.
all yours, all yours. I'm just trying to help you understand what it is.
Well, all right, you can look at it.
Won't touch.
All right.
Hands behind my back, promise.
So
I have a question.
Hmm.
Is there a sort of general foragers etiquette wherein if there are other groups of people who are also other tribes that are out looking for stuff, we would respect their, eminent domain, or is it really everything goes outside of our tribe, winner takes all?
Pretty much anything goes. I mean, your tribe is everything. Other tribes
Okay.
you don't really care about, but it's up to your individual ethics, I suppose, whether you would use your
Okay, but there's
overwhelming.
no unspoken code of the foragers that
God no,
okay.
God no.
just checking.
But they of course haven't made any hostile gestures towards you. Maybe Clem was a bit of a rough sort, but he doesn't seem particularly intelligent. But Forager seems to be willing to share the spoils, and he says, "Look, I'll tell you what. Let me keep this thing." And he picks up this small round metal object. He says, "You can have the other two. The rest is all junk for sure."
I'd still love to help you figure out what that is, so I'm gonna take a look at it.
All right. Okay, so you will need to make. Well, first of all, you need to tell me what your maximum tech level is. I believe it should be quite high for you.
It is 5.
5, that is high. That's certainly high enough for all three. And then you would need to spend a few minutes examining it and make an artifact check. So basically, I think it's just it would just be a D10 plus 1 plus your intelligence modifier. I think. Let me just check that because I can never remember.
A button that says artifact check, but one of them's combat check and one of them's sentinel, and I'm not a sentinel, so
No, so it's not either of those because the combat one you don't get any modifiers. So artifact check. Yeah, it's just it's your intelligence plus your artifact check bonus, whatever that is. I don't think you would have one yet. Do you have one yet? You probably don't as a first level character. Yeah, so you would just get +2. So you know what? Just roll a d20 and add 3 because you get 1 for your level and you get +1 anyway.
18.
18. That is a good roll. Now, which one did you want to check? The small round thing, the metal box that he was trying to hide with his foot, or there is actually this other thing, this small tube thing with a sharp point at the end.
Check the one he was trying to hide. The one he's like, I'll take this one. It's junk. You can little orb thing.
Okay,
That's the one I
so
wanted
So an 18 is a good roll. So you, well, in order to properly examine it, you do need to actually touch it because certain things.
Well, I was lying if no one pieced that together. I'm gonna just kind of like look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not playing nice. There's 6 of us and 2 of them. I'm gonna do it.
Exactly. So you crouch down, and perhaps you've seen things like this before, and you actually find this piece of it that turns and makes this clicking sound, and then the thing, this panel on the side just lights up, and a number of little red dots appear on the side, and you know what it is. It is a magical power source that powers ancient artifacts, and you know that there are many artifacts that need these magical power blocks to make them work. So yeah, you understand exactly how to use it.
Convincing game. I'm gonna turn and be like, man, I would pick a different thing. This is junk. No one's gonna want it. They're actually gonna be mad that you brought this back. Doesn't do anything. It's broken. Seen a million of them. You don't want this one.
He goes, well, I guess so. You seem to know what you're doing. How did you make those pretty colours light up on it? Magic, yeah. So do you want to check the other two then?
I would love to.
Okay, so you can make 2 more rolls. One on the first on the tube thing that because he's holding the. So again, you get +2. Wow,
Ooh.
you're killing it today. Well, that's a 23, which I think is a supreme roll. Very interesting. So at 23, you activate it. It's operation well understood, and minor repairs may be attempted on it with an intelligence check, and actually it's a really fortuitous, because you realize it is damaged. In fact, you've probably seen these before. These imbue you with the healing of the ancients. If it repairs wounds and damage to the body, but this one seems to be damaged. So you would be able to repair it if you make a decent intelligence roll, but you realize you need some special. Maybe you'd need to find some tools or something to do it with, which don't seem to be present here. You reckon you could probably use this thing, but it might go wrong because it is damaged.
Again, convincing. Man, this one's broken. See right here along this line? All broken. You don't want that either. I'm looking out for you at this point. That's, again, they're gonna be mad if you bring back a broken artifact. What are you even doing?
And I think the fact that it is actually broken, and you point to an area where there's a crack in the side, is very convincing. And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm so glad you're looking out for me. I mean, I wouldn't want to bring down the wrath of the ancient one on the tribe."
No,
And
I've got your back 100% on this one, guy.
and his tail feathers sink down a bit, in like showing that he's a bit.
Don't worry, I'm sure the last one's great. I'm sure it totally works, and your tribe will be super proud of you. I'm so positive.
Yeah, okay, and you can make one final artifact check.
Nope.
That is a 7, which means
Yep.
you've broken it.
Oh no.
This one's great for you. Look at it. Look at how perfect it is. Your tribe will be so happy.
Now, given that he's holding it, it basically shatters in his hand as you're looking at it. Unless you want to spend a point of luck.
No, I'm gonna play the blame game. Why did you touch that part? Look what you did. This one's yours now. You're the one who broke it.
Well, I mean, he is holding it, so
he
tracks.
He is holding it, and somehow you managed to just shatter this thing as you were kind of twisting the top of it, and these small fragments of glass go into his hand, and
That's look what you did. Look at you broke that. I know what I'm doing.
and he takes 3 damage as blood starts streaming down his hand, and he screams out, he's going, "Oh, what have you done? What have you done? My hand!" And then Klim sort of you see his hand tighten on his spear, and he goes, "What should I do, Forager? Should I kill him?"
I don't think that's a good idea. You broke it. You're lucky I'm forgiving you right now. Clearly I know what I'm doing. We look at the hand, shaman. I'm again helping you. You're welcome.
and
Something
Forager
wrong in here? Ducking
oh
into the hut.
yes, the looming figure of Smash fills the doorway, and I think at this point both Forager and Klim realize that they're probably in not a very strong bargaining position or threatening position, and Klim says, "No, no, 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 put your spear down, put your spear down, Klim," says Forager. "Put your spear down. It's okay. It's just a little cut that I happen to be bleeding to death from, but it's just a little cut, just a little cut." And
all.
do you actually want to heal him? Do you want to bandage it up?
No.
No.
No, not really. I
You
got what
did,
I wanted.
you did get what you wanted. I mean,
Every
yeah.
man for himself
I
in the
will-
jungle.
I will offer to do some basic first aid because he has such pretty feathers. I figure he might be a distant relation or at least a higher level mutation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a feathery one. Actually, can shamans actually aren't the healers, are they?
No, they aren't. I'm a liar.
You're a liar. Yeah, it's healers that are the healers.
Yes.
So
Yep.
so
Not me.
so I don't think anyone can actually unless anyone knows better than me. I don't think anyone except heal. So but you can bandage him up, sure.
Just as a as a sign of good faith.
Mhm.
I'm actually
Okay.
gonna go for a high five personally. I'm like, good call when he doesn't want to fight.
Are you high-fiving his injured,
Is
bleeding
it-
hand? Just checking.
I hold my hand up for one from that hand, yeah, but then I'm like, oh,
Oh, my bad. So Glau, you wrap up his bleeding hand, and you can sense that he's really trying to work out how to get through this without losing his life, and certainly any nasty injuries.
I will
And
recommend, we've got some other work to do here, but you might just want to sit down, stay pretty, stay home, and just sit tight. And we'll let you know when we go.
he says, "Well, this isn't so bad. I mean, we could help. Forager here. He's sorry, Klim. I keep getting the names mixed up. Klim here. He's pretty handy in a fight."
I'll kind of look at the others and be like, questioning sound?
I'm gonna look at Smash and be like, I think we got our muscle. I don't really trust these guys. I don't.
Oh, they seem nice enough.
I feel like anything we find, they're gonna try and pocket and run off with. Why are we trusting them? They can't trust me. Why should we
Yeah.
trust them?
I trust their motives because they're precisely the kind of person that will stick with us until there's reward. It's predictable.
Well, do you want to accompany us further into the place that we are going?
And Forager goes, "Well, yeah, there might be some good stuff in there. I have seen a few other characters wandering around. I mean, not like player characters, but a few other characters just wandering around, looking like they were ready to do a raid. But look, there's something funny in the next hut. Your friend here who seems to know these things might want to have a look at it."
Lead the
And
way.
and in fact, I slightly misled you because the other hut isn't actually open from the outside. It's only accessible from through this hut.
Okay.
And looking through the doorway, this other dome structure has some odd things in it. The walls are lined with empty shelves, but there's this big 2 foot wide tube made of solid air stuff that you've seen all over the place. And it has this metal rimmed opening in the side, about maybe about a foot high and 6 inches wide, and a little platform inside, as if you could just put relatively small objects into it. Not, nothing more than half a foot by a foot wide, but seems like you would put things onto this shelf. But what they would do in there, no one, you'd have to play around with it to try and figure it out.
I have an idea. Where did that cat go?
Well,
Yikes.
the last time you saw the cat, it was skulking around outside.
All right, so no microwaving the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this device creates cats.
Ooh.
Is there
I'm gonna
anything
pick up a
on the
rock
ground that...
and
Yeah,
put it
there
in
you
there.
go.
Sorry.
Did we
What?
want to have Dawn do
Because
her
I could
tech
always look at it
dealy dealy?
before we start putting things in it. I could look at it.
Yes, that would
Just a
seem.
suggestion. If you
I
want to
would-
put rocks in it, that's fine. I'll go stand over there. Totally support you in what you're gonna do.
No,
But
take a look first, by all means.
okay.
It's almost beyond your ability to understand it, Don. But you digging deep into your well of knowledge, you think you can figure it out, but it's it's going to be a tough one. And I've realized I should have been giving you minuses. We'll do it from now on. Because they all have modifiers, but yeah, you can make a artifact check.
And is Dawn our highest tech member of the party?
I think almost certainly.
Only tech.
I guess I don't think anyone else has got the same tech level as
It's
Don.
normally sentinels and shamans that do. I don't think we
Gotcha.
have any.
Yeah. I also have a tech level of 5, but I don't know
Oh, you
if
do?
I can. Yeah, I
And
seem to.
And what's your intelligence?
17.
Oh, so you'll be the same then.
You're just as good as me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so you can
Okay,
also
good to
try
know.
if you want.
Is there a way to assist with a check?
No.
Okay.
But two
Okay.
people. I mean,
But
you
we
could
could
do it
both
one
try.
after. You can both try one after the other.
We can get second opinions.
Yes.
Assuming the
Unless it
first person doesn't break
doesn't
it.
break it exactly and
Hey,
explode
one
it.
time. 1 out of 3. That's not bad.
Okay, so you just rolled a
19.
19. Now this thing is so complicated. You get a -5 on that, but that's still a 14, which is a success. So you touch a few of the glowing gems on the side, and then the whole tube glows white blue. And you know what to do with it. You know that you're meant to put things into it. Yeah, that you're meant to put things into it. And
Like a cat?
I was gonna say, I think we'd piece that much together. Do we know what thing?
Well, I mean, you could experiment. You can roll a d4 first.
What you're saying is you could put things into it. It's a good thing we had you look at it first.
Yes.
No.
I'm
I mean, you
pro.
could. Okay, you can put things into it, and it will send them somewhere else.
Oh.
Okay.
But then we do not have things. Why would we want this strange thing stealing device?
That is a really good question, but having played around with it, you realize that elsewhere, and the things you put into them would magically reappear in these other places. But
That would be good.
given that
It's-
you don't know where these other ones are, you probably figure that it's probably too random to try it now.
And we
Well,
try
I
to
have an
reach a
idea.
hand in and grasp for what might be
Yeah,
on the other
that's a good
side.
idea.
Sorry, what was that? E?
I would like to reach a hand in and try to grasp for things that might be on the other side.
Do you
Yeah.
really want to do that?
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
go ahead.
All
What
right.
I
So
was thinking-
Blarney goes over, and you put your hand in
Mhm.
your little dinosaur paw, and you just feel around, but it's just a, there's nothing strange. Even though it's the whole thing is glowing, and you tap around, you just feel the edges, the inside of the glass and the platform. You don't feel like anything else beyond
Should
that.
we push the buttons while her hand is in there?
You can.
That
Her
sounds
hand will go
unwise.
somewhere else.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
What
try
if
it.
we put something? Well, that's going to make your
It-
hand go somewhere else, and then
You
you're
might
not going to be able to find it.
wanna
What's your
keep
hand going to do? Yeah.
Yeah, you probably won't get it back.
Okay.
If we
What if we
put
put something in there that
Klim-
we can identify, like something that's on fire? Then we go outside and we look for smoke. Although there's smoke everywhere, so that might not work right now. But if we wait until all the smoke stops, or something that's loud, do we have like a something that's makes noise? What do you guys have? I have a cookie.
we have Klim, who makes a lot of noise, and if
Yeah.
he doesn't get found again, then Forager is all mine.
I think Clem is a
however-
little too big.
Yeah, a little
He's
bit
not gonna
too big.
fit.
It's only a foot high and a half a foot wide. This opening.
Yeah,
And the
I'm thinking
tube-
something like an alarm clock or something.
Oh yes, let me just check my pockets. Fresh out of alarm clocks, it seems.
Yeah.
How
I
about
don't know
Um,
what you guys
a-
have.
what about like a wad of burning plant material of some kind?
I
Don't
know where
be
we can
mean
get
to
some plant
Artemis.
material.
Don't be mean to Artemis.
Oh, sorry. I I didn't realize.
Yeah. So all right. Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can grab some. You can grab some stuff from outside.
We should keep looking and see if we can find another thing that looks like this, and maybe that's where the stuff is showing up. If we had both of
that
them,
makes
then
sense.
maybe we could have a sender overer and a gatherer hearer, and then
Right.
I don't know what we would do with them, but the elders would probably think we're pretty cool for finding them.
Well, is
Well,
it
this is-
portable? That's the question.
No,
Does it have to stay where it is? Okay.
It's built in. It seems to be like built into the structure of this building, and the when you examined it, Don Pioti, you realize that power was coming from something built into the floor. So yeah, they're definitely not something you could remove.
No.
I think we had it right
Well-
to begin with. If we put the cat in there, it's gonna run out from wherever the other one is. Then we just gotta find the cat. At that point,
Right, but what does that do us? We can't move this thing. It's useless to us.
yeah, but we can
Right.
see where the other one ends up.
We could just go look for like the other
Yeah,
thing.
let's go
Yeah,
looking
that makes
up
more
in that
sense.
big
Let's
black
find-
square looking area. Looks like a good
Mhm.
place to look.
You see that big area of the map that you can't see.
But the more important thing is we came here looking for a basement. Was there a basement?
No.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh. All right. Somewhat disappointed I leave the hut.
All right. Well, as you head outside, and Klim and Forager, given that you're not being hostile to them, they just kind of skulk around outside, and as you're heading onwards, you hear Forager go. You hear Klim saying, "No, I've lost that cat. I'm so hungry."
oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
right if not.
And perhaps you hear this sort of faint meow coming from somewhere off. So, knowing that there must be, or hoping that there must be some other of these magic sending tubes somewhere else, you head on into. You push on through the charred and blackened stumps towards the edge of the crater. And you can head in two directions now. You can either head sort of somewhat to the west and circle around, or you could go straight forwards through an area of jungle. There's a lush green area ahead. Like the direct route would take you through this lush green area of jungle, which seems to have been untouched by the fires, which are raging in various places. It's like maybe this was one area that didn't get hit or somehow survived the falling star. And then, or you could take a long circuitous round to the west.
I vote direct route because our friend there, Tregor, said he had to cut through the jungle to escape from the little tiny foot men. So perhaps this is the direction he came, so we can find those rats.
That makes sense.
Okay. So heading forwards, you yeah, it is a bit strange because everything else is blackened around here, but this area of the jungle lush and green and thrives with vine-covered fruit trees, providing dense cover which will allow you to creep up to the edge of the crater unobserved.
Is there
Um,
fruit on the fruit trees?
There is fruit on the fruit trees.
Is it delicious?
I don't know. You have to eat some first to find out. So yeah, you push forward into this verdant green, surrounded by the scorched trees and ashen ground. And as you push forward, you see the white furred corpses of two beast creatures covered in slithering vines at the base of the largest tree. And as you move forward, there's suddenly movement all around you as you realize that these vines are more than just surviving; they're thriving and they're moving.
Uh-oh.
I will ask Artemis, is this someone you know?
I will draw my machete.
Yeah, it's big. I mean, it's about 20 foot by 30 foot by 30 foot wide. This big patch, and you're gonna have to make reflex saves to avoid being grabbed by mine.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone has to make
Okay.
a reflex save. Oh
When
dear.
it doesn't matter.
Oh dear. Blarney. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Mine is one.
On me.
Artemis. Oh no, Artemis. Well, again, if you want to spend luck, you would need to make it a 10 to make the save.
Okay, yeah, I'll spend 1 luck.
Okay. Stomach mouth. You're within 3 if you want to, but otherwise you're going to be grabbed along with Don Quixote and Blarney.
That's fine. I have my machete out. I will hack myself free.
Okay. So the 3 of you that are caught, that's Don Quixote, Blarney, and Stomach Mouth. Your legs and ankles, if you have legs and ankles, I think all legs and ankles are wrapped around by these weirdly mobile vines, and you're starting to get pulled towards the closest tree. You all have to make luck checks to see whether you manage to hold on to anything that you're holding in your hand out from the jerking movement. So
Luck check. Where is my? Oh,
Yeah,
there it
not a
is.
test of luck, a luck check. Yeah.
yeah. So oh yeah. So Haley, if you you rolled a 13. So is that what's your luck?
It's a failure. My luck's a 10.
That is a failure. Okay, well, Don Quixote, whatever it is you were carrying, which I believe is probably your weapon, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'd guess that.
Yeah, you drop your weapon, unfortunately, as you're being. Do you have a shield? I guess you don't have a shield, do you?
I
You
don't.
just
No.
have a weapon.
I have a
Um,
crude farm implement that I
you're
can use as a weapon. So
you're
that
you're yeah. You
seems
drop it,
tough.
so you're unarmed, and um, and you're all automatic. Well, I'll tell you what. This will come at the end of the round. You um, uh, starting to squeeze and constrict you as it's pulling you towards the tree. Um, uh, and yeah, you're going to have to try and cut your way out, I guess, unless you can think of anything else. But why don't we just go? Why don't we have the three people that are actually been grabbed first? What do you want to do? Start with stomach mouth.
I'm gonna cut my way out with machete.
Okay, so you don't even. I don't think you even have to make an attack. So you just roll a damage roll.
Okay. I guess my damage is D8 plus 4 because his damage bonus 4. So let's roll D8 plus 4, not 1D7. Nope, that's not how you do it because you have to spell roll correctly.
Can you just click the die roller icon next to the weapon? Or does that not
yeah,
work?
well, it does, but then it would roll an attack, but I don't want to make an attack because then if I
Understood.
miss, then I'll feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
rolled 12 points of damage.
You rolled a 12 points of damage, so you just easily slice through this vine, and you are. Next up, let's take Blarney now.
Mhm.
Is it Blarney? No.
Blarney.
Is it Blarney? Did you get grabbed?
I
Yes,
did
you
get
did.
grabbed, yes. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I would like to claw my way out.
Okay. After this combat, we'll take our little break. So
Okay.
just roll your damage basically, because it's not like a difficult target.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't have damage for my claws. I only have it for pole arm and blow dart.
Well, your claws would be a D3 unless you've got a special mutation.
Okay.
So it's just the same as punching, unless it's a mutation.
I think you just rolled 2D3. Oh, you got 2 claws? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that is just enough to sever them. You just about managed to sever the vines around you with slashes from your little hands, and you're freed as well. And then finally, Don Peyote. Unfortunately, you've dropped your weapon.
I
So
think lying is going to get me out of this situation, which seems to be Don Peyote's best tactic.
yeah.
So I do have a trident as my ranged weapon, so I think I'm going to try and use that like a pitchfork.
Well, if you were holding that, you dropped that as well.
I guess technically I would have had to bid, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you
Well,
don't have any.
then help. Someone help, for the love of God, someone help me.
I mean, you
Is what I'm
can
trying to say.
try and rip them, but obviously it wouldn't do much damage. You would only do a D3, but you can
I
do
mean,
that.
I'll do it. It's something, but I will be saying, someone please help a little bit,
Okay.
maybe.
Well, roll the D3 anyway to see how much damage it does. Well, that's pretty good, but it isn't. It's not enough to tear away, and you take a point of damage from the constriction as you feel almost feel like your ribs are being cracking underneath the pressure. Anyone else can try and help, but it's going to be quite quite dangerous for poor old Don Peyote. Obviously, if you're trying to cut moving vines away from Don, would be liable to cause Don a bit of damage as well. But it looks like it's
I want to
only
try to just grab them and rip them apart.
okay. So you're going to try and that will mean you're vulnerable then to smash if you do that.
I'd like to
Mhm.
use my mutation when I get. Oh, I guess this is still the same first round.
Yeah, it's still the same round.
Sorry.
So Smash, you're going to dive back into the vines. Wow.
Not that deep. Don't put yourself in danger for this.
Yeah, maybe not. I didn't realize I had to dive back in.
Yeah. Because you,
Um,
I mean, you got to like tear them away from. Is Don? I mean, I know we should genders now. Is Don female or male?
I
Not
made
specific.
female like character.
Okay,
looking
fair enough. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
It should be probably Donna then.
Well, maybe it's a title, like a Mafia Don.
Yeah, but
Yes.
then it would be Donna rather than
Oh,
Don. 'cause
fine.
it's
Well, but-
Not
Spanish.
necessarily. You don't know.
It could be Dawn with DAWN. That would be a female.
That's true. That's
low gender
true.
version of Dawn.
That's true.
my claw attack, is that would I have to get into melee range to use that?
What I would say is if you're making a weapon attack of any kind, then
Mhm.
you just need to slash. But if you're trying to literally
Okay.
tear the vines off, you would need to get in there with Don.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I'll
Someone
try to
in
do that.
chat
I'll
says
I'll
that
try to.
they used a player buff. Sorry.
Sorry, what's that?
Someone in chat said they redeemed a player buff.
What?
They
What-
spent
what-
some points on Twitch to buff a
Nice.
player.
Plus
I'm
I
not
one to-
appreciate that.
Where
content.
are you seeing that?
Yes.
It's
In the
Twitch
stream chat and Twitch.
Oh, +1 to help. Oh, look at that.
Mm.
That is
Wow.
fantastic. Thank you. I can't read.
Amazing. I don't even.
That is.
We're
Thank you
so,
very much.
we are rank
Nothing.
amateurs at this. So that's amazing. So let's say this will be to rescue Don. So whoever takes the next attack can
Okay.
get a +1 then.
Okay.
Love.
Well, I was
Nice.
going to try to slash with my claw attack to slice through the vine.
Oh, plant on plant violence.
Well, you got to put them in their place. So
Exactly.
so
No one blinks an eye when we fight other humans.
that is
Yeah.
true. All right. So just roll your damage and you can add +1 to it.
Okay. And my damage from that claw attack is D20, I believe.
It is.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
With that
I do
+1
8.
is an 8, and
Oh, nice.
I'll say with that huge, given that Stomach Mouth also did a massive attack, I think with that you completely destroyed this huge patch of living vines, and it all like starts shriveling backwards and shrinking back and trying to get away from you. Some kind, and what is left behind are the two bare and almost denuded corpses of the white furry beast thing. And with
And
that,
it's-
we will. Sorry, go on.
Oh, as my action, I will shake a dagger in the air as it creeps away and be like, "Yeah, take that."
Indeed, take that. And with that,
One dagger.
we will take our little 5-minute break, having successfully defeated a slithering vine. Evil Dead. I think Evil. All right, guys. So do we go to like an intermission screen or something? I
A
don't know how
message
this
from our
works.
sponsors.
All right. So see you back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. And I can't believe it. We've got 25 new viewers. Well, at least 2 minutes ago. Whether they've stuck around while we were all using the bathroom and getting another beer and all of that, I don't know. But 20-sided story. Thank you so much for jumping on over and bringing all your buddies with you. Great to have you here. But we're back. We're back in the blasted wasteland of the radiated deserts of Mutant Crawl Classics, and our gang have just beaten a shrub. They've just killed a shrub.
When you
I mean,
say it like that, it sounds so much less impressive.
I know it wasn't that impressive, frankly, but
1 hour later.
yeah. I'm given that given that you've just beaten a shrub and you're feeling flushed with the joys of victory, you suddenly all realize what this red fleck stuff in your eyes was doing, because maybe you were sort of tempted to do it during the extremis of that. You realize that your glow burn is now super powerful from whatever this red stuff is. So anytime you want to glow burn, it's going to superpower, at least for a while. You don't know how long it's going to last. I guess as long as you've got the red flecks inside you. But yeah, for those that just joined from 20-Sided Story, the gang walked through a cloud of humming red mist, which seemed to just enter their bodies and has now left them little weird red flecks in their eyes, and seems to have superpowered them in some way. So anytime they want to glow burn, which chomping down on a bit of radioactive material that you just keep handling, in a pouch, you can get some superpowers out of it. So good. Now those two white furred corpses that you saw, they're rotten and decaying. It's like they've been dissolved maybe from the inside out. They seem to have almost closed in on themselves, these beast thing bodies. One of them had a large tooth spiked club.
Ooh.
Must have been the jawbone of a massive lizard. And that thing could do some serious damage if anyone wants to pick it up. I think Don Peyote, having only got a farm implement and a trident, maybe that'd be good for you, or maybe one of your better fighters could pick it up, because this
I
thing.
was gonna say I'm not very strong, so that might be better for someone else who can actually do damage with it. Because I can't. I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy.
Well, I have a machete, so I don't need anything.
Sledge,
Smash.
you're muted.
I could take it.
You want to take it?
Nice.
All right. So just put down that you have a lizard jawbone. Actually, I think that Blarney's feeling a bit weirded out by it, because it looks like your great grandpappy's jawbone when grandpappy was 20 times your size. If you want to put that down, it does a D12 damage, this thing.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
It is a two-handed weapon though, so you wouldn't be able to carry a shield or have another weapon in your hand at the time.
Well, I don't do that anyway, so
You don't do that anyway, so who cares? You have.
I want to examine their feet.
They had tiny feet.
Huh.
What's
Are
left?
their
of
hands
them?
also small?
No, the hands are big. Feet
Huh.
are small.
big hands, tiny feet.
That's weird.
Is there any
Easy.
sign of rats or
Easy.
anything like that around?
No, there's no rats.
Hmm.
Strangely, given that that's all you're told. However, beyond, you see the rim of the crater. I will reveal a little bit more. In fact, I will reveal it all. The whole crater area.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I will look in and see the text, read it aloud, and be like, "Yep, there's a crater."
that says crater. And yeah, so the crater is surrounded by these jagged rocks where that are somewhat melted by the heat, and some of them have become shiny and glass-like from the intense heat. And the base of the crater is sand that, for whatever reason that the scenario writer decided, has not turned to it still looks sand-like. And I'm just seeing Archie's text comment, so I better turn that off because it's going to distract me. Archie, stop it. Yeah. By the way, there was a lot of fruit. We never got onto the fruit thing. The fruit hanging from this lush greenery looks like pomegranate.
Well, I did request to grab some, but I may not have had a chance to eat it before we got attacked.
Let's say you got a couple of them in your pockets if you want.
Sure, I would like that.
Okay, so you got a couple of these delicious-looking pomegranates that I'm sure are completely hard. And and yeah, so ahead of you is the rim of the crater. So yeah.
You're saying the sides are like glass-like and smooth, so it could
So
slide
we
down
can
like a slide.
slide in.
Yeah.
Great minds.
I would say that like pieces of them have gone glass-like. Most of it is rocky. So, but
Oh.
easy to climb down. if,
I think we
if you
should
wish.
try and slide down the shards of glass. I think that's
Whee!
like a good idea.
Yeah, sliding down shards of glass. But what you do see, maybe when you get to the edge of the rim, looking down, and on the map, it's where I'll try and put the pointer. This will be really helpful for the people watching on the stream. But where it says D1 and D3, I don't know if you're able to get the map up on the stream, but if you want to, if we can get the map up on the stream, that'd be cool. But where it says D1 and D3, there are two like constructed like building shaped structures, but have clearly been smashed by the fall of this thing, and they both have openings in them into darkness. So where on the side that you're at, you would just need to climb down a little way, and then you could enter this structure, or you could go across the crater to the other one, the one that's marked D3. So, where do you want to go?
Lower me into this first one. I've got a good feeling.
So, stomach mouth, you're helped down by the others into this jagged opening. It's actually pretty easy. You wouldn't need to be lowered down. You can climb down relatively, and anyone. So,
I'll go along.
Yes, why not?
but as you get to the edge beneath the top ridge of the crater, you can make I don't know how this works in MCC, but make the equivalent of a spot hidden roll. No, you can make a I guess a reflex. Why don't you roll a reflex?
Save? Reflex save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, make a reflex. I assume that is a you don't get a bonus. You've got no bonus or anything.
No, well, I have
What's
a
this?
bonus of 1 and a penalty of 1, so it equals
Oh,
up to 0.
I see. Okay. Well, 10 is enough. So you're about to kind of head over the rim when suddenly you see some movement at the opening to this thing, and you manage to just pull back in time as you see that there were two of these white-furred beast men, and they're hunching at the entrance to the cave with spears in hand, and they're actually looking. They're hunched down, and one of them is looking across to the other side, the other opening on the other side of the crater. And you did see some movement on the shoulder of one of them. It seemed to be this little grey creature, but you pulled back very quickly because you didn't want to be seen. So you couldn't be sure, but it probably was a rat. Probably.
All right, that's
Okay.
a good sign because these were the guys who were stealing all of our ill-gotten goods.
Is there a large rock that we can drop on their head from up here? An ambush style.
Well, we do have Smash Blackrock.
Well, we're not
I
going
don't
to
think
drop him.
I don't think he's technically a rock. I mean, he's more of a he's more like Dwayne Johnson rock than big kind of
He's
silicon.
like the Silver Surfer except black.
Yeah.
Or they go super dark.
Yeah,
We
there's
do
definitely
have a shaman who has a very long. You said a pitchfork?
Trident.
trident.
A trident. Well, why don't you try to dent him with that a little bit?
Can we
Because I'm
knock
the
a rock over the
equivalent-
side, or is that not happening?
I'm the equivalent of a wizard.
Yeah. So you can definitely find some big rocks.
Just drop it
but-
on them.
Yeah. So okay, so let's say that Smash Stomach Mouth, because you're most you pick up this big rock and edge towards the opening, and as you're about to drop it, you suddenly hear this high pitched whining, and as you're about to drop it, the rat on the shoulder has spotted you and seems to have alerted the furry beastmen who are going to try and scamper into the opening. Scamper, they yeah,
Scampering?
well, lumber into
Right.
the opening. So you'll get to catch one of them with the rock. So just make an attack roll. Just make a
Okay.
regular. I guess it's a ranged attack roll, so it'd be dexterity. But although this thing's heavy,
I will
but-
use my. I have a sling in here, so I already set up. So I'll just use this as my base.
just use the sling.
Yeah, I'll just do that. But nothing's happening. No. How comes I have to keep pressing buttons? Okay, there we go. I don't know what that is.
That
hit AC 5.
is not good because you just rolled. Is that a 1? Did you just roll a 1?
Did I?
I think.
I'm gonna say yeah. I think I did.
I think you.
Artifact. Why is this artifact? No, I rolled a.
No, I think you rolled a 3.
I rolled.
Oh, you rolled a 3, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it just bounces harmlessly onto the slope and then rolls down as the two beastmen with their rat companion, leader, whatever it is, disappear into the opening.
I have a chance. I'm gonna, as I throw it down and clearly miss, I'm gonna say, "Watch out! There's a rock falling." So it doesn't seem like I was attacking.
Yeah.
You know, just in case I did.
The rat's got your number. But yeah, they seem to have retreated inside.
Well, should we follow?
I don't think. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's our only choice.
Yeah, should I go in after them?
We could cross and go to the other side of the crater.
Or you could go to the other side and avoid them. But
Yeah.
I think if we take that long, they're gonna alert everyone else. So by that point, it's not gonna be worth it anymore.
And
Okay.
Don Peyote, to be fair, I know you have a trident, but you also have a rusty farm implement, which could be a pitchfork.
It very well could be, yes.
it could be. Or a hoe. Could be a hoe. Right. So are you all gonna
Let us
No,
let us
yes, I
scamper
will.
after them. It sounds like.
scamper or lumber, scamper or lumber, like cockroaches. Yeah. So you head into the open and of this cave. I suppose it's a man-made, person-made cave. And you see that it must be some kind of temple of the ancient, because it's made from cleanly cut stone blocks, and yeah, as you lower yourselves in, you see that these two beast things, white furred and hostile looking, are just crouching at the back, seemingly guarding it, and they do have this rat companion keeping them company. I think we're just going to have to roll initiative to see who gets to go first. So can everyone roll initiative, please? And I'll roll for the beast thing. Remember to click on your icon before you roll. I will add beast thing. Beast thing.
There's the one.
Add. Oh dear, that's not good, is it?
Oh, I did better than last time.
Okay, so beast things, their initiative is +1. Roll d20 +1. They get a 12, which is pretty good, but not good enough by the look of it. Let's get them in ascending order. Okay, so we've all rolled. So Artemis, you get you're quickest off the mark. Maybe your plant-like intuition has positioned you perfectly in this ancient's cave. As you can see that they are definitely hostile and they're reaching.
Mhm. Are they in melee range at this point?
You can close with them if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll close and I'm gonna try to attack the rat.
You can attack the rat. What's the rat ever done to you?
The rat seems to be in charge, and I think if
Oh,
the
I
rat
suppose.
were removed, then maybe these white furred little foot things maybe a little less aggressive.
It's a good It's good thinking. So, yeah, you can attack the rat. Poor thing, never did anyone. All right. So just make a attack with your
Where's my calculator?
gigantic claws that do D20 damage.
Exactly. Let's see. No addition. It's AC 20.
Good grief! Is that a natural? That's a critical.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
and
critical.
it's already rolled your crit, but you rolled a
Yeah, I rolled a
0
zero.
on your crit. How's that possible?
Basically,
Luck affects it.
I've got a minus
Oh,
one.
luck
from luck.
modifies the crit
crit
roll.
table 3, 0.
So
Battle
0
range
is
makes
pretty bad. Crit table
Pretty
3.
good.
yeah, plus 1d12 damage.
Oh,
Ally nearest to him is also hit by a rebounding blow for 1d4 damage.
Oh, sorry.
Amazing. So
I
you can.
volunteer myself to not be near him.
All right. So you completely obliterate the. It's rat confetti just floating in the air, but somehow because there was so little resistance, your claw then kind of rebounds and rakes you down your chest. And is it a D4? You said.
D4, yeah.
Oh dear, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Where is that crit table? I've got crit table 1.
why is it hitting him? Isn't it positive crit? Should hit not your ally, the ally of the enemy.
No, because he rolled a 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
So rebounds.
Oh, I see. Friend and foe.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because
okay.
he's not a good fighter. So yeah,
Yeah.
rebounding blow. I'm gonna roll
Apparently not.
on you, my friend. That's what you get for. That's what you get for
okay.
attacking a
Oh.
poor defenseless rat. See?
I
That
know
leaves
it
me at
is.
1 hit point.
Oh no.
It is.
If only we
Oh,
had some sort of
Jesus.
magical healing box.
Yeah.
that wasn't gonna completely toxify you. Do you get another
Mhm.
attack, or is that the only one you get? I think that's the only one you get, isn't
I
it?
think I just have the 1 claw.
I
Yeah.
think you took a couple of claws away from him when you saw how damaging
Yeah.
they were.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I think I rolled that you had 3 attacks per round. And I thought, no, that's it. So, next up is Smash. Artemis is looking in really bad Smash, so
Mhm.
you're gonna have to deal with these beast things. They do, for a moment, seem distracted by the death of their rat. One of them looks on the verge of tears.
Oh.
Good.
Wow.
Mean.
Yeah, I'm being really
I'm
mean,
sorry,
aren't I?
muted.
By the way, who gave us a +1? Because I don't think I should have thanked them, shouldn't I? Who? Because I don't have the chat history. Who was it that gave us a +1 way back before we took the
Was that
break?
the player buff?
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Mhm.
a Dotlin.
Oh,
Or
Adotlin.
A.Lin.
A.Lin. Whoever A.Lin is, thank you so much for giving us a +1. It's given me a warm, mushy feeling inside. So,
More like rat confetti.
yes. So like rat confetti everywhere. Air is full of rat confetti. Smash Blackrock.
All right, I'm attacking with the lizard jawbone.
Oh my god. Here we go. Right. So you leap to Artemis's defense
And I roll a 3.
and you roll a 3. That's bad, man. All right. I mean, that's not hitting anyone.
Yeah.
No, that is not hitting anyone. Right. Blarney, can you do a bit better,
All right,
please?
I'm gonna leap forward with my pole arm and also try to come to Artemis's defense.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh my god.
You guys are rolling for
I'm sorry.
trash. You're rolling trash.
I'll try.
Because now the beast things. Did I say 2?
You did say 2.
Because really, maybe one more suddenly appears.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Convenience.
Oh no. You know what? No, there's only 2. There's only 2. Perhaps you hear some grunting coming from down some stairs at the back of this. sorry about that. I think apparently we pulled out just before we had the rat attack. So I believe you all know what happened to them. It was rat confetti, but it would, if it had a chance, it would have leapt on someone's shoulder and caused a minor distress. See, hopefully from the picture that we're going up and streaming. But right now we have two white-furred beast things about to slash with their giant two-handed axes. And given that only 3 of you are in range, and one of them is poor old Artemis on 1 hit point, things could get a bit hairy now. So it's Smash, Blarney, and Artemis. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 or 2, it's Artemis. Nope. So Artemis is not attacked by the first one. Artemis, Smash Blackrock attacked by the first beast thing with its giant two-handed axe. What's your armor class? Smash. Well, it doesn't matter because I just rolled a crit.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yep. That's brutal.
Unless they mess it up like our
Unless
team
they
did.
mess it up. Well, they don't have luck, so I guess they don't have a modifier. So it's just going to be a straight roll. Well, first of all, the basic damage is a d12 to begin with.
That might just be 1.
Oh my god! It is 1!
All day.
Thank you, everyone. You're welcome.
Well, Jess, I think you are the dice whisperer. I think you need to you just tell the dice what to roll. So you only take 1 damage, but the crit could be the problem. So for all monsters, where's the monster crit table? Crit table. Robots, artificial life forms. Crit table.
Table M, mutations and
Creatures. There we go. There we go. So these. Well, this could get nasty. Oh, and a 5. Oh dear. Mighty blow to shield arm. If no shield, does 1d6 damage. So 2. Well, I think that Jess was your guardian angel, Smash, because you got a critical
you
hit.
can tell because of the wings.
Yep. You took a critical hit and only took 3 damage. So the gods are smiling on you. Now, who is next? Again, if it's a 1 or 2, it's poor old Artemis.
Oh no.
It's a 2. Artemis, what is your armor class?
11.
I think we could be seeing the end of old Artemis. Oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, Artemis, you get hacked. I mean, essentially, this is perfectly appropriate because you're about to be cut down by an axe, and you are a vine.
That's
You are
racist.
Yeah, that's racist. Okay. Oh fuck me.
Ah.
11 damage. Right now, it doesn't mean you're dead because you're first level. If you're 0 level, you would be dead. But as long as they can get to you within an hour, which I assume they will, there's a chance you might survive. It's called checking the body or something like that. Poor old Artemis. Right. Well, Glout, do you want to get revenge on your fallen friend?
Revenge on my fallen friend? You mean for my fallen friend?
For your fallen friend. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, I would. I'm going to do the thing.
You're going to finally do the thing.
I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to use my mutation, which is 1 second while I find it again on my magicals character sheet here, which is a mental blast, which I'm going to aim at the one that attacked poor Artemis the sagebrush. And a piercing white noise will emanate from the bones of my skull. Theoretically, if it hits, causing severe damage to the brain of other living creatures, impairing all bodily functions.
Sounds delicious.
So
I think
do I just do
you
the active mutation check?
make your active mutation check. Now, one thing I haven't been saying to any, on the attacks that I guess they were pretty bad failures, but Do you want to use glow burn? Given that you're in kind of a critical situation here, do you want to use glow burn? And of course, you can use luck after, but you need to decide beforehand if you want to use glow burn.
Sure. I will burn. And I can pick any of my stats for that. Correct?
Only your physical ones. I think we ascertained that
Okay.
last.
I will burn an agility to add to this. Does one make a difference, or does it need to be more?
I mean, one it gives you a plus. It gives you +1. So for every point you
Okay.
burn, you get. However,
And
as
the ability comes back.
it will eventually come back. It comes back gradually. Like you get a
Didn't we
point back.
have some sort of feeling that the fog that we went through with this glowing red flex was going to affect us somehow?
Yes, but you will find out when you do it.
All right, I'll burn 2,
Okay, so
and let's see what happens.
you can choose any of your stats. So just take it off any of your physical stats.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not good.
Well, no, because you did your 2 glow burn. Okay, so you
Which I did
rolled
add.
a 6, you got a 1, you added 2, but you also get to roll an additional 2d3 mega power up. Okay, so that actually becomes a 12. Now 12 is a success, but not a great success. In order to make it a bit more potent, you would need to spend 2 luck.
Now, as
But
a manimal, I don't think I get luck back at all, do I?
Yes, passed. I don't think you do. I don't think mutants get luck back.
Whatever. I'm gonna spend 2 luck to increase that.
Okay, so basically, it was worth doing because you've incapacitated one of them for 1 round, which wouldn't have happened. But you also do a d6 damage. However, he does get a willpower roll. Its willpower is not great, so I will roll. Oh god. So it did manage to save. So so it only takes it takes half damage, but it stays for 1 round, which is probably as useful. So roll d6 anyway, and we halve that. So it takes 2 damage, which isn't great, but as I said, the most important thing is that it reels back and is stunned from your mighty mental powers. Now, stomach mouth.
Okay, so I'm going to also use a mutation. I'm going to stay back and use my electrical generation. So I
Ooh.
Okay. Do you
yeah,
want
I rub my hair really, really fast. It starts, coming up. These sparks are coming up. I'm going to glow burn 2.
do you want to glow burn what 2 points or
Yeah,
what?
off my stamina. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you
Right.
you gobble down a bit of your radioactive gumdrops.
Yeah.
And
Exactly. They're shaped like Flintstones, the vitamins. And let's do it. Let's see, glow burn. 2. Submit. I don't think there's anything else. Oh my god, really?
everyone's rolling terribly.
This is
However,
terrible.
again, you do get to roll 2d3. Let's
Okay.
hope you get the max, because otherwise it's still going to be a loss.
Yeah, that's a bummer. At some point, I will actually succeed in one of these tricks.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oh no! I mean,
Okay. No.
no. You'd have to spend 4 luck to even get the minimum. I don't know.
Nope.
Do you want to do it? No.
Nope. Definitely not.
Okay. Well, that's it. You can't use it again today.
Mm.
This combat is not going well. Don, can the Don come back and the saving like blast of something or other?
Probably not. My
No.
special ability is opening doors, according to
Of
my
course.
AI patron.
Of
So
course.
um, I guess just jump down and roll Artemis's body. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Not a,
Oh,
he's
oh,
not
oh,
a
you're,
tumbleweed yet. Don't
oh,
roll him away.
you're gonna roll his body. Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay. So here's how it works. Obviously, we need to discover whether Artemis is alive or dead. So, I think it's a luck roll, isn't it, for Artemis?
Luck check, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Artemis, this is the most important role of your short life.
Bye-bye.
Um,
Oh my. Oh, wait,
Can he
that's
use
right. And I,
can he use some luck on that?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
the
Can't use
general
luck when you check luck.
consensus. Yeah,
No.
the general consensus is
Mhm.
you would just be furthering the gap.
So
Yeah.
no.
oh my.
Okay, no.
Oh,
no,
he turns into a tumbleweed.
no.
So
Yeah.
did we not have a chance during that same round to do like a healing roll, because we do have a healing device?
No, because
Broken.
it's whether the blow killed him or not. It's not about healing. It's
Okay.
like if you're 0 level and you go down to 0, you're dead. 0 hit points, you're dead. But if you're above 0 level, there's a chance you might still be alive. But no. So Artemis blows away. A gentle breeze comes from the back of the room and blows Artemis away, and he tumbles out this gentle spiraling movement out into the crater.
Alas, per Artemis, we
Poor
barely knew ye.
Well, hopefully there'll be a captured prisoner somewhere that we can find. But for now, Artemis is gone. I mean, Artemis is gone. Okay, well, smash. Angry. Smash.
Yeah, I'm going to raise my hands and disrupt the molecules of this creature
Okay,
with my molecular disruption.
okay. Can someone
My
please
forefinger
pass?
casts forth a pulsating red beam that winds rhythmically.
Oh.
Nice.
Do you want to glow burn? Do you want to do
Yeah,
a glow burn?
yeah. I'm gonna glow burn a lot because why
Really?
not?
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
How much?
Let's see. I'm gonna do 4.
4? Poof. Coming off
Nice.
what? Your strength, your dexterity, your con, stamina?
Agility and stamina.
Okay. So this is you're gonna roll massive here because you get 4d3 in addition to your +4. So go for it.
Okay.
You're gonna roll a 1 now. Wow!
Oh yes.
You rolled you rolled a 19
Then I get
and then
43 on top.
4d3 on top of that. 11.
Oh,
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Okay, so I think that's a max level.
I think
that's a 35.
you win the scenario.
Really?
You know, they say
no.
these games don't have winners and losers, but I think that we found who they are.
Yeah. The rest of you are total losers. What was
No.
sorry? What was the mutation? What was it? What were you doing?
Molecular disruption.
Holy. Sorry. Oh, can't swear on the phone.
Cut that part.
That is a 32 plus. That is the maximum possible mutation. The mutant completely disintegrates one target creature or object, maximum cubic in size. And I'll say that given that it's up to 50 cubic feet, it actually disintegrates both of them because the other one was unconscious at the time. And in fact, you disintegrate an entire back area of of the room, and a big piece of concrete flooring falls down, and you hear a scream from below as seemingly another creature below has also been killed by the falling rubble.
The sheer power of this.
You sure
Yeah.
know how to make an entrance.
Yeah. Wow. Now
It's
let's
called Smash.
so let's take a little moment because I didn't establish this at the beginning. What happens if a character dies. There is one backup character. Jason, given that we've only got another half an hour, maybe we can bring you in on the next session. Setting
Yeah,
it
that's fine.
down. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I want to make sure we're all cool with that. So, you will be taking on a character called Big Head. Oh no, sorry, called Giant Head. By the way,
Oh,
Yes.
wonderful.
Giant
Oh,
Head.
Giant Head is so good.
He is quite legendary in his giant headedness.
Yes.
Well, we've
But
learned a lesson that if you have a custom character sketch drawn before the first session of this game, then
oh
that is
god,
going to turn into a eulogy sketch for your character.
I've just remembered that. I can't believe it. The only character to have died in the whole session is the one who had a character sketch made. Can we at least show the custom character sketch on the
Yeah,
screen?
Pardon,
I
pardon,
put it
Judge.
in chat.
The only character that died yet.
Yeah, that's true. We still got another half an hour.
Yeah, it's in chat if you can link it to the game somehow.
Amazing. That's so awesome.
Hilarious.
That drawing. I love
Right.
that drawing. Oh damn it! I think we're gonna have to resurrect him somehow. But anyway,
We'll
Well,
just plant him.
maybe we will find, we will replant him. We will find a seed,
Yeah.
and it'll be
Yeah,
son
we'll
of
find some
sagebrush.
seeds. Yeah.
yeah, they're
Do like Groot.
perennials. Aren't sagebrushes perennials?
Yeah, I think
He's,
so.
he's like Groot. Thank you, Archibald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just
Can
keep
I
it
use
cutting.
regeneration on him, or is it personal only?
I also have
Mm.
regeneration. Maybe if we hope enough, and with the power of Blarney's magical love, we can bring him back.
You know what? If the two of you hold hands and roll a really high regeneration, I think the public wants it.
Yeah.
I feel like there has to be a song involved as well.
A very specific song that I'm thinking of. I don't know if anyone else is.
Copyright.
This is a plan
Already
that
copyright
cannot
infringing.
end. Yes,
Sorry,
and life
hey,
goes on and on. Our friends.
Haley, what's the song you're thinking of?
Very specific and Blarney related.
Oh no.
Doesn't
Oh.
a friend of Blarney's sing a specific friendship song sometimes that I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
friendship power would help here?
I actually have never watched
I
Barney.
don't know
the
this
time.
song.
So, but Haley, you're gonna have to sing it now.
I gotta try to remember it now. It's so.
Okay,
Alright.
maybe
You gotta
maybe
give me
we'll,
a second here. It's my
I'll gi-
childhood I'm going back to.
I'll give you a second. Maybe at the beginning of the next session you can for us. But let's carry on because you now have full access to the lower floor of this, and looking down, you see that there is a huge, furry white shape buried under the shattered remains of the floor and ceiling that fell on it. Much bigger than the two that you defeated. So, I mean, Smash, you smashed. You totally smashed Smash.
Nice.
And looking down, you see a well, actually, the room that you're in first, you never had. There were
Cut out.
rats. Sorry, did I cut out?
You
Yeah.
cut out there.
Elena, are you hearing that as well? Oh, that's not good. Right, so you haven't had a chance to look around the room that you're in. So, so one wall is lined with stone tablets of various colors, emblazoned with a strange symbol of an eye on a horizon with an aura of flames above. And I will show you handout number 1. Can you believe it? There are handouts. I got to say, all credit to the artist, but the handouts aren't exactly the most extravagant I've ever seen. But there it is. Handout number 1. Yeah, like a flaming half eye on a horizon. Whatever the hell that means.
Or it could be a table saw.
Ooh, I think it's some sort of spiky pineapple. It has to do with fruit, I'm guessing.
I think it's Sonic the Hedgehog like from behind, half like floating in a hot tub. Sonic the Hedgehog floating in a hot tub from behind. That's what I reckon.
Wow, I won't get that out of my mind after that. But so this is interesting.
Yeah, well, it's pretty.
What do you think, Don? You being the shaman, this looks like a sign that we
Yes.
found the flames here.
Absolutely. I 1000% know exactly what this means. I will get back to you on that though at a later date. If I examine it and like do an intelligence check, do you think using my shaman knowledge would I know anything special?
No, this is obviously
Art.
religious symbol from another tribe.
It is
Yeah,
abstract art.
yeah. You've seen these sort of things before, but
We should,
what it
we
means.
should desecrate it.
Whoa!
How would you
couldn't
suggest doing that?
With
Cloud,
like
beautiful idea. Let's do it right now. I fully support this.
I will scratch it with my daggers
Okay.
because I am sad about the loss of my good friend Artemis the Sage.
Poor old Artemis. So, if you want to descend below, there seems to be objects down there, possibly artifacts of the ancients.
Oh, hell yeah!
Ooh. All right.
Here for it.
I
have forgotten about Artemis, and now I want artifacts.
I'm just thinking maybe the cutting out is the Discord noise gate because I tend to be loud. So if I go loud, does it cut out then?
No.
No, it's more like
No,
a
it doesn't.
second.
But that was very funny.
Maybe it's because you're not loud enough.
No, I'm not
The
loud enough.
loudness, I like it.
Keep trying. I think you should try a few more times just to make sure.
But I think that
I'm
is
not shouting. You're shouting. Right. So, you head down then into a stone-walled basement area filled with plastic not plastic, soft translucent shelled utility items that have been pulled off from their storage bins and tossed about. You see lots of bulky equipment with strings and vines and colored vines coming out of them. There's a couple of smart metal heads. You've seen these smart metal things before. These metal men that walk and talk, but they're just the heads of them. And everything has got this strange symbol painted on the sides, or even stamped into the sides. This strange sort of sun symbol, this strange Sonic the Hedgehog symbol. Yeah, I mean, there's loads of stuff down here. Do you want to poke around?
I mean,
I'd like to
I
poke
think
around.
that's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, that is what you're here for.
Yep.
What I forgot to tell you is it's pitch dark down here. So how you saw all this stuff, I don't know.
No.
Say maybe you got a glimpse of it, but do you have light
How
sources?
flammable is Artemis now? Has he dried out? I'm not
I'm
saying
not
we
like
burn his
Tumble.
whole body. Not his whole body, but just parts of the sticks could be taken. We collected the seeds. Too soon?
Too desecratey as a party.
Way
I
too
believe
soon.
that Smash Blackrock can glow. Why don't we start with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm a light source.
Oh, that's true.
You are a light source. Also, I think one of you has infravision. Oh, was that Artemis?
Hey, too soon. Too soon.
That was
soon.
that was Artemis. Yeah.
Poor Artemis.
Fuck. All right. So by the light of the gentle glowing light of Smash Blackrock, you start exploring this area. So, how many rounds do you want to search for?
Until we find all the good stuff.
Until you find everything. That's the answer. That's
7.
always the answer. So you do find some interesting stuff. A couple of them will definitely need some examination by the wise ones. I was going to say ones, but one. But
Cruel.
I know it's too cruel. And the rest of you, well, actually, you can make 3. So someone can roll a d12 3 times. Who wants to be the lucky roller?
I feel like Jess has been rolling hot tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
now I'm under pressure. Do you want me to roll them one at a time or just 3? You said
Just-
3d12?
Yeah, just roll 3 12-sided dice to see what you find.
Sure.
I don't think any particular numbers are.
Well, a couple of those are probably not the ones I wanted.
No, you find, well, could be interesting. Okay, so you find 2 coiled vines, colored vines in some kind of housing, and you find this, I guess, 6-inch by 6-inch cube made of shiny gemstone that looks like it might do something.
I wipe
Roll
away
it.
my tears and say, Artemis always loved these shiny cubes.
You did.
I will offer it over to our friend Don Peyote to take a look at. Be like, hey, box
So
for smart person.
box for smart person. But the retractable the vines look like they're there's something you could like turn a handle on them and extend them out to quite some distance, and they look very strong and flexible.
Oh, I will hold on to those. They
Yeah,
seem
you don't need to
useful.
make. Yeah, they definitely do. They're like ropes, kind of can be packed into a small area and get longer if you need. So yeah, pretty good.
I will call these extendo vines.
Extendo vines. Yeah, you think you can figure out what things do, Don? This cube, this magical cube. But you would need to make an artifact roll, of course. Do you want to? Do you want to?
I'm gonna give it a
enhance-
shot. I mean, I'd say I've got backup, but I no longer have backup. So,
Do you want to glow burn at all?
Yeah. Cue that shiny radioactive rock.
yeah, I'll do 2 points.
Okay.
I'll do 2 points.
So make your roll.
So that makes that.
Remember, kids,
Good
radiation is
thing I
bad.
did.
That is a good thing you did that, because that would have been and you can add 2d3 as well to that as your 2 glow burn. Oh boy. Well, you've just managed to figure out, but in this case, because it was only a 12, the outcome, of course, is you sort of understand what this thing's meant to do, but you're going to have to make another artifact time you. Pretty sure this is some kind of key.
Oh, easy. That's like my patron's main thing is opening doors. So
It is. It is. But this will certainly make it easier. I mean, that is the sad and unfortunate about Don Peyote's only skill is that you generally find artifacts that also do exactly.
chunks of metal do the exact same things that I do.
Yeah, which
That's
I don't. You know,
it is what it is.
It is. I mean, I don't know what it does for your self-esteem, but
It's not great, but we're working on it. There's therapy back in the tribe, and that's all we need.
Next time you see a place where you can put this thing, you would need to make another artifact check to get it to work. All right, so you do find two other things though. One of them seems to be some kind of tool, some kind of advanced tool. So do you want to make an artifact check on that?
What could go wrong? Clearly, I'm very good at it.
You are. Do you want to glow burn? Oh wow! Well, look at that.
Huzzah!
Okay, well that is an amazing. That's a 22. Do people see? I don't know if the chat is seeing the rolls as they come up.
It is displayed, yes.
It is displayed. Okay, so that is an amazing roll. 22. Which there is a minus on that. This thing is really complex, but even with the minus, you still totally understand how this thing works. And this is perfect. This is a device that will allow you to repair broken artifacts. Boom.
Exactly what we need.
That's exactly what you needed. And it also allows you to which just makes me laugh so much. You've got all the lock opening things and
Yep. No, it's good. Checks
it's-
out. Yeah, it's
it's
on
good.
par for the AI. No, it's good.
It
On theme.
is. It is.
Totally fine with this emotionally.
So basically, when you use this thing, it'll give you a huge bonus to repairing artifacts, and will allow you to open security locks on a DC 12 intelligence check. But
So
given that you
let's go
can,
back to Forager, pick the pieces of the broken artifact out of his hands, and see if we can fix it.
I was thinking
Well-
the exact same thing.
well, the thing is, that I think you rolled so badly that it's broken irreparably. I think there's 2 levels of break. If you roll an 8 or below, breaks irreparably. However, your healing device is only partially, so you could fix that pretty easily.
Well, Andy, chat would like to know if it can be used to fix Artemis.
Archie, no. Artemis is a living being.
Well,
He's
not
not
anymore.
a dead living being. He is not a hunk of metal.
Can we rebuild him? Make him stronger, faster?
We can't put him back together, I'm afraid. We can't put him back together. Well, maybe with the regeneration. We'll do that right at the end. I think a healing ceremony at the very end of the session, whether it works. But the other thing, you just look at it and you go, no, beyond me. It's some kind of hard air screen with a bunch of buttons, of glowing gem buttons below it, and it's even beyond your intelligence, unfortunately, Don, to figure out what this thing does.
There's a large part of me that wants to be like, I totally know what this does. You guys should push all the buttons. Because then we'll find out what it does. But I won't lie, I'll be honest. time.
Yeah,
This time.
you get this aching feeling inside that somehow this would give you knowledge beyond all measure. No, you can't do it. And then and looking around the rest of the area, you see that there is no other way out of here. The only way is to go back out and go to the other side if you want to keep exploring.
We haven't seen any more rats, right?
Mm-mm. Just the one. Not a whole horde of them.
Right. Well, I mean, Tregar is known to exaggerate. So, but the feet were quite small, so there should be more rats around here. I suggest we head over to what I'm going to call D3. I don't know why, just it feels right.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Sounds good.
So I've just revealed a bit more of the map, showing you how D1 and D2 were arranged. So you head back out, and you make your way across the crater. And well, or do you? Do you really? Because as you get to the middle of the crater, you realize you're all sinking into the sand.
Uh.
Really quickly. And before you know it, you're up to your waists.
God, I hold my breath.
And and you're being pulled down into the sand.
This is fine.
Yeah?
You know, as a
Okay.
kid, I always thought quicksand was going to be a big problem growing up, and I'm
Yeah.
glad I was right.
Funny that.
Can I use one of these extendo vines? Is there something I can wrap it around, like lasso something, to pull myself out?
You could perhaps try and throw it as hard as you can. I guess you would hold on to one end of it and throw the coiled bit, the kind of wound up bit. Try and hook it around something on the other side by the opening to the other side. You try that, but man, that'd be a hell of a throw. So make a just roll a dexterity skill check.
Yep, sure, I can do that. Agility?
Sorry, yeah, agility, not dexterity.
Would this be considered trained or untrained, or or how do I roll that correctly?
Roll d20.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I mean, yeah, a trained. Yeah, I have no idea what trained and untrained means. Well, that is a good throw. That is a good throw. So I'll say you managed to get it like around some piece of broken rubble at the edge of. Now the question is, will it hold? You need to make a luck. This is just
Sure.
a
That would be luck check, correct?
luck check. Yes. Oh my good. Yeah. Well, look at that. So Glau, you managed to cling on with all your strength and just about haul yourself out of the sinking sands. But everyone else, you see your companions just drift down into the sand below, and then they're gone.
Oh, I'm all
Glau,
alone.
you're
There's
all
nobody
alone.
here beside me.
You're all alone, Glau.
I say, I don't want to live without my friends, and I'll just let go of the rope and let the sand take me.
After that amazing success. All right. Well, then in that case, you've lost one of your windy coloured vine things, but
I'll get it on the way out. It's
you
cool.
you
Did Artemis sync with us?
yeah.
We just had the seeds separate.
Artemis had
Dragging
already
his
sunk.
body.
He'd already gone down. So this is what happens.
Well, does the end of the rope sink down with me though?
No, because it's attached to the. You've let go of it. So
Ah.
and it's attached to the rubble, and you all fall gently to the ground on a sand-strewn floor marked with the shape of an eye, cut in half, with shards of golden glow emerging. Sand sprinkles down onto your head as you look up and you wonder what earth this place is, because you fell through the sand and then fell down gently in the room below. So the sand is kind of trickling down, falling on your head like dust, and you feel dizzy, but through your whirling vision, you can see flickering lights along the wall, right passageway in front. You hear clacking from the wall to your left, and see long spider legs outward. Shadowy figures move towards you. And to be honest, I think that would be a good place to end it, because This could be a big old fight.
Or
But
maybe we'll just make friends.
yeah, maybe you will make friends. I don't think we got time to try and resurrect Artemis now because you're
No,
about.
let's not, because I am at 790 points right now in the channel. So
Mhm.
What
next
is that?
session,
What
I'll
is that?
have.
What is that?
I can redeem it for a plus something.
What does that mean?
What?
What is the?
I'm only at 240.
We just all need to use the power of friendship. I have 460
Yes.
and I will give all my points
You guys
to
are getting
resurrect
points?
Artemis.
What
I'm
is
at almost
going
1,000.
on?
I got you guys.
Someone needs to tell me what's going on here.
We're metagaming.
Yeah.
What are you?
Oh,
What
I
can you use
just
the
hit
points for?
800. Okay, I'm ready
Yes.
next time to res.
I mean,
The
I
power
don't
of
think
friendship.
1,000 points is going to give you a resurrection.
No. It just gives a bonus to whatever the
Yeah,
roll
we
is.
can spend
Right.
it on the Twitch channel to get a bonus to a roll of our
Correct.
choice as
Yeah.
viewers.
Yes.
Right, because we're watching this.
Yeah, I've been
Yes.
watching.
Yeah.
Because
And
we
we're
are not
watching it
only
unwind.
players, but we
But
are
I'm
also a viewer.
yeah, okay
That's
because
right.
I'm only seeing the chat, so I'm not seeing the points.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where do they go? Okay. Anyway, well, look, guys. I think we need a moment of silence, don't we?
Pour one out for poor Artemis.
Pull one out. Okay.
Yes.
Pull one out onto his
Artemis.
root.
Artemis, all I can say is
Sage, plant, friend.
all I can say is you had roots, man.
We didn't want you to leave us so soon.
I'm sorry you had to wither on the vine.
My God.
He's branching out to better things.
Wow. We should
I
get
think-
points for that.
I think he's I think he's a plant. I don't think he's a genuine player. Someone put him in. Anyway, we will see whether Artemis comes back next or whether Giant Head makes an appearance. I'm kind of tempted to bring Giant Head mess because he is a bit of a classic. He's basically got, I think he's got 2 heads, hasn't he? Is that one head and then another
I
one?
think it's one. No, I think it's just a really huge head, then he has
Oh.
wings on the side, if I'm not mistaken. He has 2 brains.
It's 2 brains. That's it. 2 brains.
That's right.
Well,
Right.
maybe Giant Head will finish out the scenario, and then when we get back to the village, we can try to resurrect Artemis in the best of both worlds.
We will
Well,
see.
next season of this campaign, he will have, his children will have grown from the seeds we collected.
Okay, well, between now and as to when the next session is, I'm not sure, but the notional plan would be to do it in about 4 weeks' time, so it would be a little while. But I think there's a lot of potential here. I'm excited to see what happens. I want to find out what's going on with these rats.
So
Thank
tune in, watchers. Same Goodman time, same Goodman channel.
All right. Well, look. I guess we're signing off now. I don't know how we do that. I don't know how we stop this. Does it go on forever? If we keep talking, does it go on forever? Did you say goodbye? All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Elite is
All
like,
right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thanks for
watching.
watching.